Exactly. What's going on,
Yeah.
boys? We are freaking back. Brandon has the better setup than me now, so welcome to Brandon's Pokey Corner.
This is actually my backup setup, man. My computer's in the shop.
Oh
I got
yeah,
them looking at it because of they're trying to figure out what the power issues going on. So this is actually it's running off of my laptop.
dude, it looks great.
I appreciate you,
Col-
dog.
Colors look hella good. I'm using my old setup, guys, so please forgive me. I'm running the 1080p setup, but yeah, nah, bro, I just want to say thank you for popping in. I know it was kind of last minute. I know we kind of got confused on because you'll be back for this Saturday with the Japanese boys, and that'll be for a different discussion. But for today's video, we're going to be talking more about Japanese plays. I want to throw in some Chinese plays. Brandon has some Taiwanese plays, Indonesian
Yeah,
plays.
I have a mix of everything, dude.
It has a
It
little
doesn't
bit of
matter for
everything.
me. Japanese, just international stuff. I mean, just like you, man, trying to follow your lead.
Let's go.
Or we just play off of each other, really. So,
Yeah,
happy to see your success, bro.
I'm down, bro. I'm down. You want? I mean, dude, pause. We can go blow for blow. Yeah. uh, I could show you some of the stuff that I've been picking up, and we did talk about a play that I have right here next to me. Brandon didn't believe how much it is now going for. I guess I'll start off, right? Like, fuck it.
Yeah, man, go for it.
Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to JTR06, one of the OG supporters. He sent me this. I mean, a while back. This was, I mean, just damn near garbage, right? And it never was garbage. But so yeah, so Jordan sent me this. He also sent me the Detective Pikachu promo for the game, I believe. It's the
Those
one with
are all bangers, man.
Dude, bangers,
Yeah.
right? He's Pikachu's on top of Growlithe, and he has the cute hat on and the magnifying glass. So he sent me that, and I think he sent Eric. That's when he sent Eric that the Dragonite Chinese box or Taiwanese box. I'll pull it up on screen.
Yeah, if
but
I can see
anyways,
it.
yeah, I'll pull it up. But I was on eBay yesterday, as I usually am, and what pops up is something very alarming with one of those items. Let me show you guys. Let me share the screen. And I told Brandon about this right before, and he was like, "There's no way," and I was like, here it is, 850.
Oh my god.
There's also
That's crazy.
There's a one for 1100 that I saw as well. This is not the one, but insane, right?
Man, dude, I got that as a free pack for buying something. I can't remember what it was. Like I just bought like a Chinese card, and then they sent that free to me just as a gift. I opened it up. It has like a little solid Jigglypuff card promo thing inside of it. And then it came with another card, or like I think it came with the Taiwan Pikachu. But yeah, that was really nice.
But there's no listing. 470 for, it's just crazy, dude.
Is it really going for that much?
I'm grading the pack. The pack is beautiful. Like,
yeah, it's awesome. Honestly, like I picked this up from the card show the other day for maybe $120.
Yeah. Are you gonna grade it?
That was actually I think it was this week that I picked this up. But it's pretty clean.
It looks clean. If it's Brandon approved, we all know, all the Discord boys know that is going to be a PSA 10. Would you so with the price being at $400, $470 last sold, $480 last sold, would you send it at the $80 tier, or are you just gonna wait until PSA opens up?
Oh no, these are my whole collection. If I had another copy, I'd probably grade it for selling. And you know what? I'll take a closer look since I just picked it up, and I'll try to figure out what direction I want to take with it. Because if I do find that it's PSA 10 worthy, what I'm probably going to do is grade it, get it in a 10, sell it, and then find an LP or get an MP copy or something like that. Keep that for my personal collection. Because frankly, I mean, we've talked about this before. Maybe that's a topic in itself that we need to cover. But
for sure,
I mean, there's no reason. I mean, if you look at this wall behind me, if I'm going to be displaying my cards, I'm displaying it because I love that card. I'm not displaying it because I love the number 10 on that card. That's a little bit of a difference between, I think, a lot of people in the way that we are being persuaded to collect nowadays. So that's been my focus lately.
And you just for anyone that doesn't know, Brandon has switched completely over to Gemix. Why? For anyone that doesn't know, again, why? Could you explain why you decided to go the Gemix route?
Oh yeah. So first of all, just so you know, Jimmix is a company. Jimmix Grading is a company is based in Japan, very similar to ARS. They have, and I'll try to display. Let me get a regular copy of the Jimmix slab. So the way Jimmix works is, they don't have the grade on the front of the card. As you can see here, the slab has the label with the name and it has like the features on the bottom. It actually has the card at the top. So what that does is it focuses more on the actual Pokemon itself instead of focusing on, or the card itself versus focusing on that grade. The grade is actually in the back. So you can see here it's a 9. Sorry for I probably forgot to flip the camera when I came on here, but yeah. So because it's the grade's on the back there, less attention and focuses on the grade and more so on the actual card and the art itself. So what I've been doing lately is I've been taking a lot of the cards that I've had in my collection are PSA 10s, really. So I've been taking those cards, I've been selling those, and I've been finding the other near mint binder copies that I've had, and I've been transferring those over to Gemix. What that's allowed me to do is I have a wonderful display back here, and I've been able to showcase a lot of my gems and jewels, and you'll see as you look at my Instagram a little bit of my plays as well as I start to transfer over to Gemix. Cool part about them, and I'm sorry, like you got me started on the Gemix train here, so I'm going to go ahead and give my spiel about this company, and I'm not sponsored by them, by the way. But the thing that I find, is very, what would I say? The thing that I really didn't like about PSA was if I had a high-end card, for example, like this, which I just had come back in a 10, I had to pay extra $300 just to pick it up. But it's just like, why is it an extra $300 if I want to keep this card in my personal collection indefinitely? Like, not all the cards are for sale in my collection. So that's almost like if I was to take this back wall and charge $300 a pop for all the cards that I have just because I want to keep them. Makes no sense to me. So as a company, if they really care about the insurance of shipping your card, then I should pay for the insurance. And I think that's totally fair, but that's my choice. So Gemix doesn't do that. Gemix also charges about $25 a card. And that is at all price ranges. And if you haven't seen on Instagram, they recently graded one of those Mew cards that is exclusive. There's 1,151 copies. I have the only copy of Mew in a Gemix slab. So that's an example where the company did not upcharge me at all. I paid the same price as I would pay for any other card to get it submitted.
So there's always the comparison of ARS and Gemix. What was your decision behind Gemix over ARS? Is it just because of because I mean we're Japanese collectors, right? Why didn't you go the ARS route?
It's a great question, man. And I gotta be honest with you, it was a close tie. I love it. Shout out to Shug for all of his ARS slabs that he's been supporting. And ARS does a great job with the appeal of the card. So I don't have an ARS slab right in front of me, but the appeal aspect of the ARS slab, they do have the name and the information in the front. They do keep the grade in the back. So that is very similar. But one thing they don't do, and this is something that you can say, you can see here, is that the size and the dimensions of a Gemix slab versus an ARS slab are the same as PSA. That's a huge factor. And there you go. So Henry's got it showing right now. But a huge factor in my decision making was that the ecosystem of a Gemix slab is the same ecosystem as a PSA slab. What I mean by that is the grade wall that I have behind me, the cards are the same size. So I can display a PSA slab and a Gemix slab in the same display case. Can't do that with an ARS slab. An ARS slab is about 2 times thicker than a PSA slab. So it becomes very difficult to display. And as a collector, I want to have options. I want to have a choice with that. There's a couple other things to note about ARS for now. They can't ship. You can't order or do a shipment from international locations. You have to be in Japan with a Japanese address. And you also have a limitation on how many cards you can ship. So there's some difficulties there. Some would argue that that makes it there's a better premium, a higher premium to that, because you can obviously have a little bit of scarcity involved with how many cards you can submit. So there's only so many cards that can actually have that available in their population. So that's why I chose Gemix.
One more question. Can I have it in Japanese writing in Gemix?
Yes. Let's see. So this Blastoise that I have here.
Beautiful.
Is in Japanese.
Yeah, that would be the deal breaker for me.
So I have all of my Japanese submissions in Japanese. I have all of my English submissions in English. If your submission is Chinese or Korean, I'm pretty sure they're going to put it in English writing. That's just the way that they do it. I did try to click the button one time to do a Chinese submission with Japanese lettering just because it's very close. But they went ahead and they defaulted to English. So just letting you know that for now. That might be until they update. And by the way, they are very they are updating very quickly. So I've seen a lot of changes before. They did not take, when I first submitted, they did not take certain Chinese cards. They didn't take certain Korean cards. So now they're actually taking metal cards. It's changing very fast.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. I like them both. I mean, I've held, I believe, one Gemix slab when I went to Japan. So I mean, that was like 5 months ago, 6 months ago. But the ARS slabs, they're just stupid thick. They're you can probably break a window with the ARS slab.
Yeah.
But
and honestly, like, yeah, I gotta double down. Like, say ARS is it's a beautiful company, fantastic work with them. I also didn't share that Gemix grades centering. ARS does not grade centering. So for those who are trying to compare one for one, if you submit one to Gemix, they will assess those dimensions, whereas ARS won't assess that. So your grades may change as far as, or you might have a better upper hand with sending something to ARS potentially, but they are strict. Both companies are strict. They're both AI backed. So I wouldn't suspect that you're going to get those close enough to a 10 types of judgments.
Yeah. No, when I held an ARS lab and I thought about it, I'm like, okay, the thing that I like obviously about the ARS lab is that it's in Japanese. If I have if I could snap my fingers and grade all of my Japanese cards and have them in Japanese, I would. But obviously that's not the case. But I'm excited to potentially, I think you said you're gonna send me a Floette Gemix, so I'm excited to compare. Shout the Chan in the chat. He sent me my first tags slab. You guys are just trying to pull me.
Yeah, shout out to Tag too. I mean, Tag is an awesome option as well. It's just a shame that due to the timing of PSA shutting down certain tiers and having Tag shut down as well, I feel like it made them lose a huge opportunity to benefit off of this chance that they finally have to gather a lot of the market, to capture a lot of it, because I do think that they're number two. I do think that Tag is number two when it comes to collectors, when it comes to people who, and also investors, frankly. I think it is the future, but at the same time, for me, these are collector first slabs. So that's why I preferred it. And I really don't care about the market value of these particular cards that I have behind me.
Yeah, because you've made. I mean, let's talk about the plays, right? You're still making PSA plays. We're both still making PSA plays, right? Absolutely. I'm just keeping the PSA slabs more than you are. You're using them as a tool. Can you elaborate with that?
Yeah. So the way I've been kind of doing my ecosystem is I'll buy cards that are simply play cards. They're simply to grade. And if I think they're a 10 quality, I'm going through and I'll buy those cards at 10 quality. Those cards are going to PSA. I'll grade those, get those in 10, sell those, and then buy the big pieces that I'm looking for and then keep those in my collection. That's kind of how I've been doing it. And the cards that I keep in my collection, I mean, they could be PSA 6 equivalent, and that's fine. I just care about the front. I mean, no one's really like, when you see these cards right here, I'm not looking at the backs. I'm not like, oh, well, it's scratched or something like that. So you're not seeing all of those particular things right now. And I wish I could show it, but Shug and I, we're doing a good, this is a side piece. I know we're talking more market watch, but one thing we wanted to do, Shug and I wanted to do for the community, was to be able to showcase that you can still collect in this hobby, and you don't need to be seeking out tins. We're doing that by collecting a bunch of what we call is like absolutely cooked cards. Yeah. So we're picking up the worst condition looking cards we can possibly find. I wish I could grab one, but I can't reach it right now. But basically a whole bunch of creases. But the thing is, we're trying to go for ones that are, well, like basically you still are able to appreciate the art, but they are lived in cards. So that's what the beauty of that is.
Do you guys have it like any rules? Like can Shug make it a PSA 1 by putting it into his pocket and like running around, or you guys have to find it?
This reminds me of when Shug was talking about Jake's challenge with the first to a black label. You know, we didn't talk about like the details, but I'm not trying, like, I don't want a card that someone just manually tried to make it a 1. Yeah. As a matter of fact, most of the cards we're looking for, they are typically 0 quality. Like if they've probably been under the fridge, they've rusted, they've someone left them in the sun forever, you know, someone left them in the basement. Those are the types of cards that we're looking for. The cards that people try to submit for 1s, they typically like just give it a quick fold, put it in the pocket real quick. Yeah, and that's not what we're looking for these.
Shug can grab a PSA 1 really easy. He puts on his little chubby running shorts and just goes around the block a few times, do a few of those dance moves. That's a PSA 1 right there. Are you guys doing a certain value for the card? Is it what's the rules? Is there any rules? Like, because I feel like it would be really interesting if you guys did it with like a low key grail. It's
just a matter of how good it looks in that condition. So it has to be cooked. It has to be cooked, but the card has to look like basically an ancient piece or something like that. Fire. Like something you found from a fossil, like we're able to find and put in a museum. Kind of looks weathered. It looks like it's been through life and stuff like that.
Yeah, I loved Shug's Charizard in that.
Yes, that sparked it. That's exactly what sparked it, man. And I'll be honest with you, he's gonna whoop my ass because I don't think I can find anything close to that Charizard, man. If I look at his page, that's the first thing I see. And yeah, I mean, there's no comparison to that. One thing about it, and I don't know if you were able to pull this thing up, but it looks like the Charizard is actually breathing fire around the surface of the card. It looks like it's actually causing the damage around the card. So that's kind of the idea that we're looking for. One of the things I'm trying to find is a Pikachu where there's certain creases that make it look like it's doing a thunder. So that's one thing. I'm giving away my secret. Now I'm going to be cooked because he's going to find this card before me. But I'm trying to find a Pikachu EX that looks like that.
Yeah, this
it's a masterpiece.
It is a masterpiece. Because it looks so good in the ARS lab too, bro.
Absolutely.
Oh my god!
You see the vision.
Yeah, I see the vision.
And this shows something. So this is a market watch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie this into why it matters to a lot of the folks out there who are trying to invest. A lot of times it's hard for people to let go of their cards. They find that, oh man, I don't want to sell it right now because I don't know if I'm ever going to get it back. I love it. It's so. They love really what they're saying is do they love the card or do they love the tin? That's what we're trying to show to people, because you can have art like this and it not be a tin, and you can keep this as your forever collection, and you can take that tin and you can sell it so that you can afford to get all the other arts that you're looking for. I feel like a lot of people are straining themselves trying to find that perfect card for their collection, when really, I mean, I think that's holding them back. And it's also holding back their business. It's holding back their investments, because they could invest. You could flip those cards. You could buy 3 of your collector's pieces and use the rest of the money to reinvest back into your business, whether it be to grade or to buy sealed product and let that float up. There's so many avenues that you can do when you start actually letting your cash flow.
I think that you guys could really be onto something, bro. Like, I think you guys could really start something big in the grading world. I mean, PSA ones, of course, we all know that there's a way to do a PSA one. There's a certain fold that you do to get a PSA one, but I think if you guys did this whole like, I mean, when we look at this Charizard, right, and you look at the fire coming out, it literally looks like it's burning the edges of the card, right? Like it's like in
Absolutely.
it's like this Charizard is stuck in this slab and it's trying to use, flamethrower to get out. It's just so beautiful. But I think if you grabbed a Pikachu, right? I think it would look gorgeous if it was a older Pikachu card, but kind of like losing spots, like as if the electricity was like going right through it. That would be incredible. And Josh said that Suge is holding the best one, but let me pan over to you really quick.
I managed to grab one of them. So hold up. Let me take it off the plastic so you guys can appreciate it.
But yeah, I think that Shugs is going to hold like some sort of premium if you guys, not some sort, a big premium if this really takes off.
Yeah. So this is an example here of why I'm pursuing EX cards. EX cards, they typically are, the Pokemon is coming straight at you. So here you can see it looks like the guillotine is actually trying to break out of the plastic. So once it's graded, it's going to look like he's trying to like burst out of the slab.
Yeah.
So this is an example of just one of the cards that I've picked up. And I'll show you another one. This one looks cool too.
Nova says he's going to put it in the laundry machine for what?
Yep. So
I didn't know that you were going to bring that card up, but I somehow knew that card was coming up. That card just comes standard cooked.
Yeah, exactly, man. And this is why EX era, I don't know what happened in EX era, but a lot of EX cards are jacked up. It's very hard to find clean EX cards.
I see that card at every show, just jacked up.
But yeah, the cracking on this one here is particularly interesting to me. It just looks very demonic. It looks like he was, he's a demon, an absolute demon, and is trying to be exorcised or something. But that's an example where, these are the cards that we're trying to look for.
Yeah, I would love to see, because I'm gonna have the Sun Bleach guy on next month. Do you guys see that?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This one looks like it was intentional. I'm not sure if I want to put this in submission, but it's all right. But it gives you an idea. I wish there was more vertical, like more up and down creasing instead of the horizontal creasing we have here.
Yeah.
But you can get the idea.
But the Charizard has got those cards by what, like 15 years, 10 years?
Yeah.
Plus?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's how you get all those flakes,
Yeah.
So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to top that one. But yeah, dude, those EX era cards, they come standard at card shows cooked. I finally found a copy of that Gengar. Finally, like maybe 3 months ago or so, and I was like, "There's no way this one's actually not like bent in half 30 times." I paid like $60 for it, but it is what it is. But yeah, I love that card.
Is it in English?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, I mean, I have one. I don't really need it, but
yeah,
we can talk about it depending on what condition you're looking for.
Yeah. I've been looking at like that card and then the Phantom Forces Gengar. I finally found that copy as well from the friend, but it also cooked. I wish you guys would have told me earlier before, or you guys would have, because that copy would have been pretty good for that challenge. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Hopefully it grades. Let's just say that. Hopefully it grades. It has a pretty big, like, nasty fold. Like, it looks like the top of the edge is like barely hanging on. I don't know if what PSA is like. Do you know anything about that? Do you think if it's gonna get through? If it's like, if the flap is just like barely,
if it's folding over, they will still grade it. I've seen 3s, I've seen 2s where they still graded cards that have a folded flap. I think if it looks egregious, if it looks like somebody was really trying to do something on purpose, that's when they start being like, nah, it's authentic, but we're not going to grade this stuff.
Yeah, no.
I do want to, while we're talking on the factor of grading, I want to say this because there's a couple of things that people need to look out for. So this is Japan Market Watch. if you're buying slabs from Japan, I would just say be on the lookout for actually like Japan-based slabs. One of the guys in our members chat showed the difference of how those slabs are encased. There's a difference in that. Let me see if I have.
Oh, I mean, I got one too.
Yeah, so
I
can kind of show. This is what I'm going to illustrate what I'm talking about. This is not one of them, but let's see here. Yeah, let me see if I can show this here. So these three things right here. If you see this, then it's like the old version. And then if you see a straight bar across, it's the new version, new Japanese version. The plastic that they use for their slabs is very different than the English version of the slabs. So it bends, it flexes, but it also shatters. So if you try to crack those slabs open and you got them from Japan, it could actually crush your the center of your card and scratch it like no other. It could stab your cards. So fair warning, you guys who are trying to crack Japanese slabs, fair warning, like you guys need to be careful about that. I would rather you just go ahead and cross grade. I did the same thing when I sent my Japanese slabs to Gemix. I didn't even mess with them because I've tried to do it, and 2 times I've had damage on my cards due to trying to do it out of maybe 5. And by the way, I've cracked a ton of slabs. I'm not a newbie when it comes to opening slabs and stuff. But just wanted to warn you guys.
I wonder what type of like machinery they use to crack slabs when you cross grade.
I don't know, but I'll just share. It feels rubbery on the outside. It feels like rubber, and then on the inside, it on the middle portion of it. That's where it's weak. That's where the glass is super weak. So if it hits the middle, it's just gonna shatter.
Yeah, because this one's from Japan, but it has the 3 bars.
Yeah, it depends. Like not all the new slabs have. I mean, sorry, not all the slabs have it. I actually had a submission that I sent to PSA Japan, and only half the cards had the new version. I think they're trying to cycle through the old slab encasing while they're doing the new versions.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Very. Yeah. That's something that I probably no one has ever talked about on a on a live. So yeah. Was it Johnny? Right? Johnny said he did that.
I think it was Johnny.
I think it was Johnny. Yeah. That's. Bro, yeah. Was it an expensive card that you tried to?
Of course it was. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was my my Dark Charizard. I'm pretty sure I would have got it in a 10. It would have got a 10. But it's okay. It was my Gemix submission anyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dude, that's rough. And did you pick it up from Japan as well, or you didn't know?
Yeah, I picked it up from Japan. Okay. I picked it up on my last trip, and it was extremely clean. And I was like, yeah, this thing is flawless. So I sent it, but of course ended up stabbing a little piece of it.
Damn. Yeah, I was completely unaware. Like I remember when we were talking last Friday, you were saying that you bring slabs to Japan to sell. I wonder how many slabs are from not only the States but other countries that get brought over to Japan and get sold. I mean, it's a big destination hub, right? I mean,
all the time. I mean, you're probably, if you're getting a Japanese slab from China, like did I say that right? Yeah. If you're getting a Japanese slab from China, it was probably graded in Japan, you know?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or in Asia, it's probably graded in Japan.
And then there's only one Japanese PSA submission center, correct?
I think so.
Okay. And then there's one in Hong Kong, I believe. So yeah.
I mean, the chat can correct this because things keep changing. You know, I've been out of Japan for a year as far as living goes. I lived in Japan for 12 years. And, you know, a lot of people were kind of curious how I learned about the Japanese market. And that was from me going every single week to certain stores. Every week I would go check the prices of cards. So if you guys just shout out to anyone in the chat there, if you have questions about what to be looking out for, especially in Japan, like when you pick up something from Japan, I'm happy to share that information.
Yeah, I'm currently editing my finally getting around to it, but it was at 7. So I got it down from 7 hours to 4 hours, and then 4 to 3 to 58 minutes. So I'm getting slowly there, but bro, I learned so much about the Japanese market, being there for 2 weeks, and I'm going to
Mhm.
card shops, like, for 4+ hours a day. Things just
Definitely,
move so fast, like, the Americans think
definitely.
that our market moves fast, like, no, bro. The my welcome to the Japanese market movement, or moment was, my boy Sammy, he wanted a Mega Dream, or a Trassel Festival booster box, right?
Mhm.
And he took too long to respond. I was like, "Hey, the box is like $108. Like, should I grab it for you? And is that too
It's a
much?
good
Whatever."
price.
It's a great price, right? So then suddenly didn't respond. I was like, "Ah, whatever. Go get a beer." And then I went back to card shop. They're closed, right? I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I'll go next morning." He's like, "Yeah, grab me one. If it's like, I don't want to pay more than $110." I was like, "All right, cool. Right there." I go back. It was $117 cash.
Yeah,
I was like, "Hey, bro, you're gonna send me cash. It's not credit, like."
right.
And
Yeah,
it's now more
they
expensive.
update their prices about daily.
Yeah.
And you can see one cool thing about the Japanese market is you can kind of see how many times they've restickered the prices, and they'll do it up to a certain point, of course.
Yeah.
But typically on their plastic, on their sleeve, you'll see extra stickers on top of a certain sticker. So
Yep.
what you can tell is how late you are. You can tell how
True.
late you are to that card by how many stickers they have on it. Or you could also tell some deals because they might go down. But in
Mhm.
this market, that's not normal. When I was there, that was a pretty normal thing. You could see as it went from release and then downward to where it was just kind of common, and then like 3 months in or something, you would see a couple stickers dripping down. But now you're seeing, if you see another sticker, that means they rose the price typically.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, no, the actual Japanese market is just insane. That's why I wanna do, like, when I wanna spend more time there and do, like, a every other day market watch, where I just, like, I think you're the one that said it. You're like, "We didn't have Japanese market watch. I just went outside." That's really what it was just going outside and seeing the stickers change every single day. What was more, and they do have, like, the wanted signs on the doors as well, which is pretty cool.
Mhm.
You see the Masaki Gengar, you'll see the Trikachu, all the big hitters and what they'll pay. So it's pretty cool.
Right.
Like, I took pictures of all the different stores that had that sign, and I was seeing which ones were comparable, what was a better deal. But yeah, I didn't have any of those cards, but it was cool. It was
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah, and one thing people don't really recognize is the benefit of being able to go to Japan means, well, you need a buddy too. But a
Mhm.
benefit is if you're collecting cards here, you're not too worried about what the English market is doing. So a lot of people, they'll say, "Well, but the Umbreon Darkrai in English is cheaper than the one in Japanese. I don't want to pick up the Japanese one." What they're forgetting is there is a market for that card. Like, the Japanese market is not looking, they're not like frozen because of the English market. They're typically independent. So if you
Mhm.
have a Japanese card and you want to sell it and it's not moving in English speaking location, go to Japan, find a buddy, get them to because they need an address and all that type of stuff to assign for when they sell. But if you can get it, you can probably get a better deal than U.S. or English market price in Japan. So I recommend, if you're going to do that, go to Japan first and then sell it. If you have a product that probably won't move in your market.
Is there certain products or certain Pokemon you bring to Japan to sell that 100% are good, or are in demand?
I'm gonna pull a couple things for you guys so you can see what I'm not doing this, but if I was gonna do it, this card doesn't exist in Japan.
Mm,
So a metal Charizard, and especially if you can get it in graded form, I'm pretty sure Japan market would eat this sucker up.
yeah.
We're in the 30th anniversary. This is a hot product for their eyes. Another product, and I know we're talking this Japanese market wash, but I guess this Japan sellers wash or something like that. But they don't have a special delivery Pikachu.
Mm,
So this is another thing where the Japan market loves Pikachu cards. If you have it, there's a Pikachu premium in Japan. Very great opportunity to sell some of these Taiwan exclusive Pikachu here. They'll love that. And then to talk Japan itself, this is a very hard card to sell in the English market, because it's, of course, the set is so expensive now in Japan that is it's by far outpriced. It's the most expensive Sword and Shield set for Japan. It's more expensive than EV Heroes. So to get a Rayquaza in Japanese, this one here, this is a hot item to sell in Japan. To sell it here won't make any sense, frankly, because you have bargaining power with that card in Japan.
And people don't even look, bro. People don't even look at Blue Sky Stream, like in the States, like, which is,
yeah, it was short printed. I mean, people were so busy focused on EV Heroes. EV Heroes was the focus, which is, and I'm sorry for those who don't know, Blue Sky Stream. So there's, I forget the tower one, but there's a tower Ascension or Tower something is one of the sets. Blue Sky Stream is the other set. And in EV Heroes, those three sets combined, or Tower Perfection, I think is what it's called. Those three sets combined make our, what is it called? Evolving Skies. So there's three sets together that make Evolving Skies in Japan. Blue Sky Stream was short printed and it was ignored for a very long time. And because of that, those prices are way higher than what you would see normally. Be careful though. I'm seeing a lot of what you're showing on the screen is Chinese or Korean.
Yeah, Chinese.
But yeah, for the Japanese, I'm speaking specifically to the Japanese version. Another note for the Lost Origin Giratina, this was reprinted heavily. So this is where something, if I wanted to sell it, I probably would actually sell it in the English speaking market, just because there was a big reprint on this card. But
that card's beautiful.
All these cards you see, by the way, these are the ones I'm going to submit to Gimmicks for my personal collection.
It feels crazy to not have those big cards in slabs, like to just have like a chase like that in hand and not in a slab. It feels I don't know, it feels weird. I haven't seen a lot Giratina just raw, like just out.
I'm finding them, man. And I mean, but that's the thing. I stole like all these cards. I don't know if you knew. I had all these cards in 10s. I sold those. And I'm using that money to buy them raw so that I could grade them and keep them in my collection. Because before they weren't making me any money. They were just sitting there. I couldn't display all of them. Of course, I can't display all of them here anyway. But what I can do is at least I know that I'm not sitting on a bunch of cash that's not working for me. The cash is working for me.
Yeah,
in a different way.
Can we confirm that so Japanese writing, is this Chinese writing?
What's that?
Chinese? Is this Chinese? Oh, it is. I just wanted to double make sure. But Chinese Blue Sky Stream is selling for $218. That's low-key sick. I actually like it.
Are you gonna cop one?
Yeah, these look cool. You know what's funny? I was like, oh, sorry, I wasn't even showing my screen. This looks cool. So we're supposed to be like showing plays and stuff, but I don't want to show my eBay until
Hey man, if you ask me a question, I'm gonna answer it.
Yeah, for sure.
If you have me on Market Watch, I'm gonna show what I need to show.
Yeah,
and people just need to join your channel, and then they can hear me every week.
True, that's true. We have to give. If you're down, I am for sure down. Like I know you said, do like either a members call where you're just given like it's a Brandon day. I would love for you to take whatever day works, and if you want to do that, I think that would be super beneficial to the channel. That would be fun as hell, just for us to sit back and just. I mean, me and Tyler, we talked after our live like an hour and a half after, and we're just like, dude, we just need to turn our brains off and just listen to Brandon. Like, we're thinking.
I'm glad that he can still keep his brain on after the Trikachu thing from my live stream.
Well, listen, I mean, I have a Brandon play that he told me to buy, and I shut my brain off and bought this Gengar right here.
Yes, indeed.
What is this from, Brandon? Can you inform?
Holy moly! I used to know all the sets and stuff. I actually don't remember because when I picked it up off the shelf. I was not in the hobby when that card came out. I'm pretty sure. So I only have seen it on the shelf when I bought it, and then I knew that that card was just such a beauty. Let me see if I have it on me. Yep. So
It's
it's a Sun and Moon era. I was not in the hobby Sun and Moon era. So SM45, you have to look it up. I'm sorry, or 4S, but
dude, the card's so sick.
yeah. But one thing, so for everybody to know, like, why in the world am I picking this card? And just so you know, English versus Japanese. Japanese has these silver hollow borders, and then this is a hollow version. There is a hollow pattern that is on the card there, if you couldn't
Hmm.
tell. But if you think about what's been popular lately with the trick or trade cards and all of the other Gengar cards, this one actually Gengar is a lot more prominent. He's got a lot more sinister look to him, and of course he's probably doing like a shadow sneak. Actually, I could just read it. Ankoku. Oh, so that means like hell, like kind of hell, I guess. But either way, yeah.
Bro, this card looks so trash in English.
But it's
Like,
beautiful in Japanese. Absolutely beautiful card. So
yeah.
got to keep one for the collection.
Shout out to B Nova. Thank you so much for pulling this up. Crimson Invasion Gengar. This shit is
Yeah,
trash in English.
yeah. I knew it was Crimson Invasion in English, but I don't know what the name is in Japanese.
It's got a reverse hollow version as well. Let me show you.
Mhm.
Let me show original listing.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that doesn't look bad.
yeah. I have that copy as well.
Crimson Invasion, huh? It's not looking that
Crimson
bad.
Invasion was considered a trash set, by the way.
That's good. That's cool. That's hella cool. Why did we get oh my gosh. What like the newer the sets, the worse they get with the reverse hollows.
Hmm.
I have oh here we go. Here's a reverse hollow. This thing is super trash. Let
Yeah,
me
and when people say that we are paced out of being able to have great arts, like the artwork has ended,
the hell is this?
people are forgetting. Yeah, this is where we are right now with our hollows and reverse hollows, plain reverse hollows, and we have kind of lost our touch, whether it be in English or Japanese. Honestly, when it
Yeah.
comes to regular hollow cards or regular reverse hollow cards, I would love to see a return. We do have specialty sets that come out where they actually give the half art cards some texture or give them a Cosmos hollow. But I would love to see a return of that being a standard. That would
Yeah.
make people actually want to open sets. That is what would benefit the company too, because the more people open, the more product they want, the more is on the ground. Like more is actually out there in the hands of kids or in the hands of other people who will get excited.
Yeah.
Versus just the bangers that are going to price people out of the hobby.
So there's a certain card that I mean we've talked about in the members only the Cosmo foils, right? We've been buying up those, talking about those a lot. There isn't too many of those in Japanese or for the Japanese cards, correct? They
Right.
like don't really exist in as far as the ultra modern ones, or
So I can't. The only time I can remember having Cosmos foil, hollow foils in recent memory is probably the energy cards that we got from a 151 set or some specialty set that came out in Japanese, but it was only energy cards that had the Cosmos Hollow in recent memory. Somebody who's from Japan maybe can update me if there's been any change to that, but that is unfortunately that's where we're at lately.
yeah, I don't see any, bro. I'm
Yeah.
looking right now. I see absolutely nothing. Yeah, and so I guess I'll point to English. That's really what's been keeping me in English by the skin of their teeth. Is the
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
the Cosmo holofoils.
And most people think I'm a Japan only guy. I'm not a Japan only guy. I mean, if you see up here, I have the special delivery Charizard here, but that's because it wasn't released in Japan. You see
Mhm.
the like here is the Charizard from the UPC. It wasn't released in Japan. So those are examples where I will pick it up because if it hasn't been released in Japan, like there's nothing I can do about it. You
Yeah.
know.
The take that you and Hector, or I think maybe it was just a Hector take that I was screaming at my computer, was the shining Charizard take. I was like, I was like, he's too young, Brandon. He's too young. He doesn't understand. He's too young.
Yeah.
I love that card. Everyone's like, it's like, oh yeah, it's just like so basic. It's so like, so is the Bubble Mew. The Bubble Mew is super basic, but it's very loved. It's the same with that Shining Tyranitar. I mean, Shining Tyranitar, Shining Charizard.
I mean, you're not wrong with the Shining Tyranitar.
Yeah, the Shining Tyranitar goes crazy. I mean, that's different, bro. He's like Goku pose. But the Shining Charizard, I don't know. Like, I love the shitty little mountains in the back. it's I don't know. It just does it for me. It's like one of those. This one again. I'm
Would
into.
You put that card in your top 10?
Oh hell no.
Okay. I'm just curious if you were gonna place it over the Mega Charizard XEX.
Oh yeah. It's
wow.
different, bro.
Okay, hot takes.
Hold on. It's different. They're so different, and I like art can be super simplistic and hit like a certain string, and then there could be like it's just like playing the guitar, right? You can play like a super complicated like lick, right? We're just like freaking scaling up and down your freaking who's a band that plays Through the Fire and Through the Flames, freaking just like metallic like a Metallica solo, like okay, that's all great, right? Or it can just be your Dragon Force. It is Dragon Force. Or it can just be like a really, really simple, like memorable thing, like the Shining Charizard for me. And then they're two different. It's comparing apples and oranges. Like, what would I much rather own? I would literally want to own the Shining Charizard over the Charizard XEX. The Charizard XEX is beautiful. It's really cool, but it's just like, I don't know. I just have more time looking at the Shining Charizard more. I mean, we can revisit the question in 10 years, but
but I mean, to your point, and I think this ties directly into the investment aspect of, oh man. Oh no.
Did you read this?
I just read it from your screen. That's perfect.
I hate that. I hate those art exhibits, but sorry.
The Smeargle card, by the way, with him painting and stuff like that, actually looks really cool. And then there's I can't remember the name of this character, but he's a Smeargle copy, and he has a full art that came out recently, but it's embarrassing. I can't remember, but he looks like it's like kind of a dark squirrel, dark type. He's probably a dark type Pokemon, but he's got the same thing where he paints and stuff. He does graffiti. There's a graffiti. Somebody can tell me in the chat who it is. But that's a really cool card too. Very street-like.
Is it Mega Scrafty? Is it Scrafty?
I don't think it's Scrafty, because that's the one he pulls up his pants and stuff, right?
Yeah. I thought Mega Scrafty. He was like.
This one looks like it looks like
Giraffari.
That's probably right. That's probably right. He has like a little koala nose and has like little spiky ears and stuff, and it has like a long tail. But either way,
you're right. Yep, Giraffari. Giraff.
It's a dope art.
Oh, he is the little painter Pokemon. Yeah, you're right. Let me see if I'm pulling up the right one, Brandon, before.
Yeah, while you're pulling it up, I will say, just a segue, because you brought up a great, well, it's a full art, but yeah, that guy is the card. The thing that you bring up is vintage versus modern, and I think it's a great topic to talk about, especially when it comes to this, like what's going on in the market and where we should be, heading if we're trying to invest in Japanese or any other language, to be honest with you. One thing people have to realize is right now, yes, there's a lot of hype going on. There's a lot of people invested in Pokemon. But one thing people are overshadowing is that other card markets are popping off too. There is only so many people in the world that can collect cards. And when you're losing shares of money, like capital, being pushed into One Piece, being pushed into Lorcana, being pushed into, what have you. I mean, even Dragon Ball is popping off lately. All of those, that investment is, maybe last year, Pokemon was number one, hands down, no argument. there's nowhere else people are going. You start to see nowadays people are looking into multiple hobbies, and they're investing in maybe they're investing in all. But my point is, we're gonna get to a ceiling on how many people can actually have demand for Pokemon.
Yeah.
And when we get to that point, the popular and most modern cards, those things are going to be the first things that are going to be dropping in price.
Yeah.
Because those vintage cards, the number of cards that are going to be out for that, it will not change. The number of cards that are going to be coming out in the future for Pokemon as they build a new print facility, and as we start to see how they reshape their prints, like that stuff is going to change what the market's looking at. So if you're able to get your hands on the vintage, the good vintage cards, the ones that are and there's a combination of things that have to line up. So is the population kind of scarce? What are we looking at these knockoffs for? Stop, dude. You're gonna kill. So, but hey, can you bring that back up? Can you bring that back up?
I freaking kicked me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, if you could bring up that Chinese knockoff,
it just kicked me out. What the hell?
Wow.
That's crazy. Oh,
yeah, man. See, you can't be displaying the knockoffs. Everyone's like, they're super strict on you, dude.
Exactly, bro. They just kicked my ass out. That's
but
crazy.
My ADD brain will kind of reach into what you just showed me.
Yeah.
Because people always ask, like, hey, what are the best plays out there? What should I be buying? So someone says, hey, I want you to pick up a Shining Charizard, Neo Destiny. That's the play. Someone goes online and they're brand new to the market and they pick up something like this. That's why it's so important when we say, like, hey, you need to take your time and start dipping your toes slowly into this market. People need to be very careful about what they're investing in or what advice we're giving to people who aren't ready. Because they might buy something like this thinking that they have the hit, like they have the best card. They also might not understand condition. They also might not understand how to sleeve and protect that card that they just bought. And also they don't know how to sell them. So when, they have those cards, yeah, that's great. But they just put it in a sleeve upside down, or they put it in a binder to scratch it to hell. And now that card is useless. They think that they have an investment, but they actually just threw away money. Potentially.
You see the shorts of like all these types of freaking gold cards just coming to tables, and they're like, yeah. Dude, they're snake. It's like, yeah, I just traded Pokemon. I traded real Pokemon cards for this thing. Like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So I say that to say people need to go back to the basics before they start listening to certain things. And feel free, if anyone has any questions, ask Henry, join the Discord to figure out what would be the best for you. If you're just joining the hobby for the first time, a lot of what we say, it could be overwhelming. So definitely we'll take it slow, especially in the Discord.
Oh yeah, you guys can always. I mean, we're probably the most open Discord that's out there. Besides that one new guy that came in and Hector made him name his favorite Pokemon the first like 3 seconds, and everyone started screaming at him. Name your favorite Pokemon. Name your favorite. That was hilarious. He's like, new guy, new guy, stay your favorite Pokemon. That was so good. But yeah, we're open books. I mean, you can hit me up for literally anything. I mean, and we're up literally in all hours of the day. So we have Shug, not Ahmad. We have Brandon, Tyler in the UK, Hector in the East Coast, and then me in the West Coast. So we're open. But so you said, I want to touch on something that you said about like when it comes to investing in art, because we are talking about investing today. So to me, this is like classic timeless piece. This is like you investing into Rolex, right? Yeah. Like knowing it's going to go up. Like this is like a this is like a 50-year piece, right?
Right.
Compared to like the XEX, like, yes, I'm like, everyone in the chat is like going crazy that I said that, but again, we're talking about investing here. I'm not gonna go throw what is the XEX in a 10 right now?
Well, probably 2 nowadays.
So you're telling me that I'm crazy for looking at this Shining Charizard in a 10 that has all these years, in an 8, I'm sorry, that has all those years on top of that. Yes, it may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I mean, you're paying for years here. And
Yeah.
these are very, very limited. Now that XEX is still getting printed. Like, we're talking about an investment here. So
Definitely. I would say definitely wholeheartedly agree with you. Investment wise, this would be the play. If you had to pick a this or that between a Mega Charizard XEX and this, it would be this. But I will say it's very close. The reason why I say it's very close is because from a security aspect of the Mega Charizard XEX, I would say the security aspect of it is that the access is going to fly away for that card because
for sure.
of how many people already have it. Like the people who already have it in their pockets. I think that if you're looking for it now, yeah, you probably need to go ahead and look back and go find something else. But I think it does have strong art to carry it to the price that it is. But also, I would say, like, from if I had to pick one or the other, this is a better play. I had the card actually in an 8. The one you're showing right now
Oh,
is the
shit.
one that I had. I sold it at 3, but I bought it at 1, I think,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe I bought it at 800, something like that. But to me, like, I just don't want to look at it, so that's why I sold it.
I like I said, it's just like, it's sure can I'd much rather buy the old stick shift, Porsche that makes a bunch of noise and like has that classic look, and like, this
Right.
is, to me, this is it, right? Where like
Mhm.
the Charizard XCX is like a freaking new Lambo with all the the crazy digital dash, and then it has like all this like futuristic shit. Like, nah, like, this is more, again, like, it's not a popular take, but this is what I like. And an artist is very subjective. I mean, it's the same people that are defending the Bubble Mew or the Trikachu are saying that this
Yeah.
is trash.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yep. No, hey,
how is this
I love
trash?
it. I love the discourse, man. I love the back and forth because it just shows every time we do this, like every time there's a disagreement between something like that, that makes it a better opportunity for anybody to be able to come in the market and pick up what they like. Because
Yeah,
if everybody agreed that this X, Y, and Z card was the number one card, people would be priced out of it immediately because
for sure.
everybody would want it and everybody would buy it, and then it would just hit the ceiling.
Yeah. I'm not even like, I enjoy Charizard. Like, Charizard is actually one of my wife's favorite Pokemon, but like, I it's cool, but I don't know. There's just something about the XEX that I don't like. For there's just something just like maybe it's the way Charizard's face looks, or like, I enjoy the
Mhm.
Charmander and the Charmeleon, but there's just something that, like, and it could be price memory as well.
Yeah.
I cannot spend that type of money on an ultra modern Charizard. I just can't do it. Now we're
Yeah.
talking. Should we just go into the simplified Chinese stuff? Now that's something I could. I mean, you had the Gengar Pikachu up, like, that's
Yeah. Yeah.
something, but that's because
Well,
it's exclusive.
you hit a couple things on the head that I wanted to talk about. And so this is the Pikachu Gengar card, which, by the way, it just says Pikachu at the top. It doesn't say Gengar on the actual title here. But just so you know, when it comes to, like, when I was talking about the Mega Charizard XEX, just for a second, I'll touch on my thoughts and my investment plays. This is across the board, English, Japanese, whatever. If you start to see the pictures that I post, you'll see that typically I will buy cards that have multiple Pokemon on them because I don't assess that card at. So, for example, I might say I assess one Charizard as $300, a $300 card. That might be my assessment. But how much do I assess a Mega Charizard, a regular Charizard, a Charmeleon, and a Charmander on a card? How much money would I pay for a full art with each of those Pokemon?
Yeah,
That's how I come up with in my brain. That's how I come up with my idea of the pricing for those things. So if you look back here, you'll see all these cards have multiple Pokemon on them. At least for my bottom row, for the Pikachu Festa styles, they all have Pikachu and they have like 4 other Pokemon on them. That's kind of how I value or how I price those particular cards. But that actually leads right to the point of this one here, because as you can see, it has Pikachu on there, which I value. You could probably say, like, how much would you pay for a full art Pikachu card? Perhaps you would pay maybe 300 for that. But how much would you pay for a Gengar card full art? You'd probably pay 6, 700, something like that. And then to have all the other Pokemon in the back is just extra.
extra.
Oh, and then, by the way, since Heart Attack is in here, Oh my gosh. Look at these trees. It's a Trikachu. It must be a Trikachu. Yeah. Or you know what? There's a moon in here, so maybe it's called a moon Garchu. Maybe that's what it's called. Yeah,
Bro,
just go ahead and switch it up for you guys, you know?
that's a
But
clip.
but my pitch to you guys is, as you're looking out there for what are the plays, if you're asking me, you can kind of see it. If I pick a Pikachu and it has 4 Pikachus on one card, it's obvious that I'm pricing it based on my idea of if you got 4 freaking Pikachus, I'm probably thinking in my head it's going to be the cost of 300 per Pikachu on that card. So that's how I value it.
So one of the first times I interviewed you before we were like real boys like that, that was one of the advice that you gave. And I think of every time I'm on eBay, I'm always looking at, so I have one right here. Let me show them. I really didn't actually, I guess I'll show it. So like, I'm always looking.
Run it.
I'm always looking. I mean, this they're not popular Pokemon, right? But I mean, Brandon,
What? Mewtwo's not popular? What?
right? Exactly. All right. Darumaka is not popular. I mean, what is this? Budchu? Shoodle? What the fuck is this Pokemon
I think
name?
there's like a kin or something in there. I see. That's why I can't be doing those games you were doing, the Pokemon freshman stuff.
Yeah, I forget what this Pokemon's name is. Gosh damn it.
Yeah, I'd be cooked.
Dragapult. But I mean, dude, the fact that this card is $110 of this, I saw Pokeblabs in here, so it's just
Thanks for
art.
showing us, by the way, because I have 2 of them and I didn't pick it. I picked it up at like 60.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for the paycheck to hit next week for me to grab one of these. But yeah, so this is one I'm looking to pick up in 2025. But this probably interests nobody. But think about what Brandon just said, like. And that was one thing that I took away from our first interview when you showed the, I forget which championship card where Bulbasaur's getting rode by Pikachu.
Yeah, that's the World Championship Pikachu card.
Yes, dude, and I love that. Like, so when you showed that, Brandon, I didn't know where that was. That's in my favorite place in the entire world. Like in the entire world.
Is it San Francisco?
That's the Golden State Warriors arena right across the street.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man, you got to pick up. So you don't need to have one that says champion or staff on it. They have regular copies and they are very affordable.
What's the card called?
Champions Festival.
Champions.
And they do have it in Japanese.
Festival.
Since this is a Japanese market watch, and now we're just showing English all over this place.
Ooh, it is not affordable in Japanese.
No. I don't look it up in Japanese. Look it up in English, because you're gonna be cooked if you try to get it in Japanese.
Yeah,
the champion card probably is cheaper than a Japanese copy regular.
Regular. Do I have to put a year, or do I just
2016? It's 2016 Champions Festival.
2016. Yeah, that was before the Warriors even had the stadium there, which is crazy.
Yeah, so, and this is a gimmick slab, by the way. Pop one, baby.
Oh yeah, I could grab one for $180 and I ate all day.
Yeah,
that's fire.
And it has the hollow on the stamp, no matter which copy you pick up.
Oh, it does. Oh, cool, dude. I wish I didn't see this, Brandon. Here we go.
Why would it makes sense? It makes absolute sense. Yeah, and every championship festival card, by the way, has a Psyduck in it. So you're cooked. Congratulations.
I'm cooked. It's got Ducklet too. I love Ducklet.
Yeah. Are you showing the German version or something?
Yeah. Oh shit. This is a German version. Hell yeah. Let me just add this.
Yeah, there's German there, because it's world, so they have all like different languages and stuff. But the population on this champion one, I'm pretty sure is like 16. I think there's only 16 copies in the world or something like that.
Yeah, I still can't find that English copy. Oh my god, 30 grand. Oh my god. Oh, finalist.
Yeah, I mean, there's
disgusting. That's fine. I'll find it later. But yeah, it's a great card. Great freaking card. I wasn't even showing my screen. I was over here freaking. I was over here just just talking to nothing. Yeah, this guys, this freaking cute little.
It's still just a Pikachu right now, by the way. Like,
That's crazy.
there's no actual visual of
Oh my god.
content.
Oh my god. There you go.
There you
Sorry.
go. There you go.
Look at this. These cute little bastards.
Yep.
I don't know why Pikachu's jumping like that. I'd much rather have him walking on this alleyway. But this is a great card. This Twice Big Jake and Robo Skills was talking about Champions cards because Jake just started getting into Champions cards.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so the door is open.
But you know what's funny? It seems like I'm ahead of Jake.
Yes, you are.
Because like when he was talking about a lot of the Festa cards or a lot of other cards, I already had them. When he talked about the Mew card, the Chinese Mew card, I already had it. So there's a lot of things that it seems like either when he posts, it's already like I'm already in there. So yeah, just guys pay attention to the Discord. You'll probably see a card that he's probably going to talk about in the next month.
Yeah, that's fun. That's so funny. Jake is a little, just a tad bit behind when it comes to, well, because he I don't know if you watched that podcast, but he got inspired due to what's his name, Robo Skills.
Yeah, Robo Skills
because he does the One Piece tournaments and they give those really expensive prize cards. So they were talking about it, and then I guess like Jake was like, he's like, oh, I think I'm gonna start getting into the championship Pokemon cards. And he's like, oh, those get really expensive. And I was like, oh shit, Brandon's about to print.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is a prize card.
Yeah, that was in the last members video. That card is, dude, the scan does that card no justice. Holy shit.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't. There's a, like, this is Cosmos Hollow. It's, hold up, I got to take it out so you guys can see it a little bit better. But yeah, you're talking 3 legendary Pokemon on one card. Remember how I was talking about how I factor and measure what cards I find to have value?
That's
you're talking about, like, it's got Cosmos all over it, but it's kind of hard to capture it right now because of the way I got the camera lighting. But yeah, so you got the Burn Tower, which is completely within the lore. It is a prize card. This is a winner trophy card. But yeah, very sick.
That card is beautiful. So beautiful. And there's when people do the market watch videos, Japanese or English, whatever, they always show the same 30 freaking cards, you know? But when I always, in my market watch videos, I always try to show something different. And I swear to God, no one cares. I think maybe it's, and let me run this question by you. Do you think it's because of the price, or it's just not a ultra modern card? Or because I think collectors will eventually get down to that rabbit hole. It just takes time.
So
what do you think?
I think there's a few types of collectors, right? The exposure, it's a ripple effect. The main people who are out here right now, they're only aware of what is told to them. So if they are told that there is a gold stars out there or whatever, oh, well, gold stars are interesting, I'll buy some gold stars, or I'll talk about gold stars. But people don't talk about these Legends prize cards because, you know, they're not searching on their own for those types of things. They just want to hear from somebody else, or they want to go to a card show and then see what someone else has on their showcase and use that as their basis for what exists. I use the example of a discrepancy between, and then sorry if this offends anybody, but I use the Trophy Kangaskhan as an example where I think the pop is like 1,000 or something like that, if I got that right, for that trophy card. But, you know, and obviously the history and the lore is great, you know, having to compete with your family and stuff, but it's not that unique that it is a over six figure difference between a lot of the other prize cards that are out there that are pop 16, pop 25, pop 100, those types of things. It's just that the story is not, you know, people haven't heard the story. Do I care? I absolutely don't care. That's why you see I put it in a Gemmix slab. I'm going to pick it up regardless. If it goes up, it goes up, you know. But but from a play stance, I think people have to do their own research and dig deep. And the idea, when people say, oh man, you know, everything's priced out, there are so many cards to look at, like, or to find in this treasure chest. The first thing people have to do is be accepting of Japanese cards, because the history is in the Japanese cards, and there a lot of them are exclusive.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at English, yeah, it's very straightforward. Oh yeah, I just want to get the, get this English trophy card real quick. There's 16 a year, whatever. But all the history, all the freaking deep end is in Japanese.
Yeah, I mean, we just showed a championship card in German, right? Like, if you want to go down the rabbit hole. But I was saying more of like people always start with ultra modern, and if they stay in long enough, they'll eventually like funnel into like the more niche. When did you start to find your way down into the more niche stuff? But you do collect. I mean, you collect the ultra modern stuff as well. But I think you
Yeah.
pride yourself more on like the niche stuff.
So modern, I'll give a shout out to this card here.
Oh yeah.
I mean, let me see here. Artist is Rika. I don't even know if I've seen their art before, like, or any other art, but freaking Rika kicked ass when they made this card. Oh my God. Like,
Rika
this
is the
reminds
name?
me of Toonami. I don't know if you guys used to watch
Oh, yeah.
Saturday morning anime cartoons and stuff, but this just kills it. It gives me like the Evangelions of kind of feel. It gives me Cowboy Bebop vibes. It gives me Inuyasha. It gives me, all the old school anime vibes. I love this card so much. This is probably like when I like am gonna look down at a modern card and try to find something that I love. I mean, that's it. I know this is a market watch. This is not an expensive card at all. It's not. I don't think it's a play at all. But but I do think. I mean, a play when the waifu boom returns. That's about it. But for now, I'd say easy pickup, and yeah, stellar art.
Legit waifu too.
Oh yeah,
Dude, Rika goes
Dope.
crazy. This is beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, once again, like, gives that classic anime vibe. Absolutely love it. Gorgeous.
This goes bananas. But yeah, no, she snapped, or they snapped. I do like the Reshiram, this one that they drew.
Oh yeah,
So it's pretty cool.
that's solid.
This one's good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I missed the second part of your question. It was more about my niche.
I said it. Yeah, I feel like, and I don't want to speak for you, but I feel like you hang your hat on the niche stuff. Like you showed. I mean, just look from behind you, right? Like the postcard, the sticker, Charizards, and the Top Sun, and the tops, and the what I mean. You have a little bit of literally everything.
I would show it, but like I would show something else. But if I show this, it's probably going to make the whole display fall.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah. So yeah, I was
Yeah,
going
I
to
don't wanna
show
speak
that I
for
have
you.
like a Zukon cards as well. So there's like a very beautiful Mew Zukon card here, Prism Hollow. Very beautiful card that most people haven't seen. Definitely recommend taking a look at that. And then regarding like how I pick my niches is basically I want to have something that it can be unique, and it's not like, it kind of is a slap in the face of where the hobby's going nowadays. So the cards that I pick, I got some sealed ass cards over there. I've got some Festa cards back here, but usually I'm going for exclusives. I'm going to pick exclusive cards. I'm going to pick promo cards. I'm going to pick cards that are have multiple Pokemon within them. And of course, you haven't seen all of my Mewtwo cards right now, but I have maybe 50 more on top of the ones that I showed before. But my Mewtwo collection is also my pride and joy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I've been so far as collection goes.
Yeah, and like I said, we've all actually been following you and following your lead when it comes to like the actual plays. Like, I'm sure I'm not trying to like pump our Discord up, but like I'm sure other people are just talking
out there.
Yeah, people are just like collecting and investing in the same things, right? Like, oh, buy a Surging Sparks booster box, but I think your plays of the multipliers of these Pokemon is such a no-brainer buys, and again, like it's little to no competition, especially when we go out to card shows. So now I'm looking at these cards, and I'm not a Pikachu guy. Like, I'm gonna say thank you for your services when my PSA Pikachu's come back. Like, I'm just not a Pikachu
Hmm.
guy. It's just he just doesn't do it for me. I'm not a
Yeah.
Mewtwo guy, but I will use the Mewtwo's and I will use the Pikachu's and I will use the the Eevees to get the job done. But
Yeah.
it's just because I don't like the Pokemon. I'm not saying I hate Pikachu or hate Mewtwo. They're just not my favorite. I'm gonna still invest in them and use them.
Absolutely.
It'd be very foolish for me push away those style of plays. But I learned,
Yeah.
bro. I'm learning.
Yeah, man. We have a lot of comments or questions in the chat. Do we
Yep.
want to kind
Yep.
of
Of
run through
course.
those?
Yep, I have a nice little stamp right here. First of all, I want to say thank you to B Nova. B Nova and Shug were talking about the Charizard. Shug likes to cook cards in the dryer with salt and small shells from the ocean. Thank you Nova for the $10 super chat. Appreciate you, my dog. Let's see. Yes, Tyler likes the Charizard XEX. Of course. Let's see. Here's a question. Oh, here I started a few questions. I'm about to close a deal on a Lugia from Paradigm Trigger. Your information is really valuable. What do you think about it having a thicker left border than the right one?
You want me to go first, or you
Yeah,
want
you
me to
can
go?
go first while I line up the next one.
My recommendation is if you think everything else but the fact that it's got a thicker left border than the right one, everything else looks perfectly clean, I would recommend sending it to ARS, especially because you're talking about a Japanese Lugia. You're not talking about the English one, which means that the Japanese market is very much so aware of ARS. They love them and they pay a premium for those slabs too. So if you know your card is absolutely clean, you know it's going to get a 9. And oh, by the way, this whole gamble that we used to do of, oh, I think they might like overlook the PSA, like somebody might have a good day and they'll give it a 10. Those days are gone. I had a couple English cards come back from the English grading PSA system. And what I realized, they gave me two 8.5s from CGC 10s, and they gave me a 7 for another. All three of those were CGC 10s. And
Oh my
what
god.
people told me at the card show was now PSA is using AI to back their grading system to speed up the process. And they're doing it more than ever. So if the AI picks up that card is off center, there is no human, oh well, they had a good day, they had a good, they got paid. All that stuff is different now. So I would not risk it. I would probably go ARS if I were you to maximize your profit.
I think that PSA is going to surprise the world when they open back up, and a bunch of people that were so confident that they did or didn't use AI or any type of AI services are going to be very caught off guard. And then what, right? And if for all the people that are so pro AI with the grading, if PSA uses the same standards, does Tag lose a little bit of of the revenue, of the shares, of the of the thought? I don't know. I think they do. What do you think, Brennan?
I think there has to be a difference. Like there has to be a catastrophic difference. I mean, catastrophic, I think is the wrong way to phrase this. There has to be a dramatic difference in the value proposition of ARS over the value proposition of PSA in every aspect. There has to be a larger aspect of trust of Tag over PSA. There has to be a better price for better services. There has to be better quality control, better AI, better turnaround times, and then they can become number 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not talking number 1. I don't think there's anything Tag can do in recent times to get to. The reason for this is they would need to do a couple things, in my opinion, in order to really beat out PSA. One is they need to have a cross grade relief program where maybe they have a $20 discount on submissions with the PSA slabs, and they take all those slabs and they can't be able to say, like, they can't be like, oh, I'm sorry, you have a 60 card cap or whatever. No, because people want their whole collection in one slab. So they're going to get, this would kill them. Like they would get flooded. They need to be ready
Yeah.
for that, but they would need to be able to reduce that price. And I think that that would be a great proposition for tag, because once people are locked in, they're going to want to stay tagged. So they have to be able to do that. And I don't think them just with what they have right now and PSA trying to go towards an AI, if they are trying to go towards more of a robust grading system, they're going to have something really crazy to offer, in my opinion.
Yep. You want to know the big one for me is the buybacks. You can sell if Tag did that. I don't see a reason why I wouldn't grade with Tag just to get that quick, the quick profit of the if there was a Tag buyback system. I think that would be awesome, but I don't know if they have enough partnerships for these like mystery slabs, like the mystery slabs. I mean, everybody uses the mystery slabs with PSA. So I think that just really controls that side of the market. I could be completely wrong, but again, I'm rooting for Tag, dude. I'm rooting for the Tag boys in the cord.
I think it's absolutely ridiculous that, I mean, I understand this is great for everyone who wants to grade cards and sell cards immediately. I love that PSA has a buyback program, but the idea of it is absolutely toxic. I don't, this is, of course, like I separate my ability to create income and my understanding of, like, what I value as a person. As a person, I think that is freaking ridiculous that they can take a card, grade a card, get, upcharge you for it, take that card and then sell that card. And it just, to me, that is not a fair system. That is not, I just think that's kind of crazy. My opinion on where I think that leads to. I don't know if we want to bring that up in here, but I'm not a fan of it from my heart anyway.
Oh, I think I feel the same way. You couldn't have said it better yourself. For the way that I can generate income versus what I think is right.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's
just
a complete
wipe your tears with $100 bills, man. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
it's a complete conflict of interest, bro. Like, what do you mean? I didn't know that was even a thing until I started grading with them, and then my boy was telling me, he's like, "Yeah, they just said you." I'm like, "What? What do you mean? The company that grades my card offers me money for the card?" But it's like, I get it. They say like, "Oh, I'm a middleman service." These are like already, like, these big companies are already putting these offers out for these cards. I'm just a middleman. Like, I'm not sending you them. I mean, sure.
Yeah, sure.
But
they have those deals somehow. I mean, they're probably getting a percentage of the flow. There's also ridiculous, like, logistical cost savings that they're making for being able to do that, and that's okay. I think logistical cost savings are natural part of just wanting to streamline as a company, but to straight up like turn something like to who's sending, like, I just don't like it. Another thing I think people should be aware of or look out for, or just do some more investigation on, is the PSA vault. I think a lot of people are not too, like, smart enough about the security aspect of that. So I would research, and this is something I have to do myself. I don't do it for this reason, but when you put something in a PSA vault, who's responsible for the theft? Who's responsible for, and into what percent? And to what value, and when is that card valued at whatever percent it is when it's in the vault? Is it the value of when you graded it, when you got it graded and put it in a vault? Is it the value when it goes up over time? Like, there's a lot of questions I have about PSA vault that, I mean, there's a couple can of worms that, people just have to think about, is it monitored 24/7 with actual human, or is it AI, or, because if there's some power issues, there's some visual issues, they can't see what's going on, who's responsible for that? Who monitors that? Who's reporting that? Not trying to drive a conspiracy theory, but for people out there who are trying to secure and keep their collections, you want to know all these things. Just be careful, I would say, for people doing those things.
Yeah, like the vault is definitely a lot of question marks, but I think like it's good for the people that, live in a small apartment or small house, and like storage is like their wife doesn't want them with the 900 freaking stacks of slabs in their house.
Yeah,
Some of those
yeah.
sports guys get a little too crazy, but yeah, it's definitely a huge like WTF. I'm interested to see when it's not if, but I think it's when they do the same thing with sealed product. I think that's coming. I mean, I think it was me and Krabby Cards were discussing that, where there's already companies where you can take loans out on your sealed product. You send it
Hmm.
over, you take a loan against the sealed product, and they have it. They could sell it at a click of a button. And I think PSA is going to eventually get to that point. I think they're going to I think they're going to grade sealed product. I think like all that stuff is coming. Everyone's like they would never. I think that all stuff is coming. But yeah, I would much rather own my own products and deal with the security myself. But people
Yeah.
can take risks, I guess. But what are you
Yeah. I
gonna say?
see B Nova sent a question about the Japanese versions of first partner cards.
Oh yeah, I got that. I got that. Right here. Question: what are your thoughts on the Japanese versions of first partner cards that will all come out at the same time in a set versus the tiered releases in English? Do you believe texture will be better? I didn't know the Japanese version had texture.
It hasn't been officially announced yet. The Chinese version has been announced officially right now. And when I say Chinese, I'm pretty sure that's simplified.
Yeah, because
Uh,
I have the first partner Chinese right here,
yeah,
not textured. It's not textured.
but regarding a Japanese release of the first partner cards, I'm not sure. Like they could go that route, but I think even if they are the same texture, the hollow gloss will probably be different. Um, yeah, I would need to grab a copy to see if it has that like slanted rainbow style that we see
I
from the
wish
latest.
I wish I had my freaking copy. Yeah, it's like right here. Hold on, I'll
Yeah, I
pull it up.
imagine the shine will probably be a little bit better, but I'm not sure that it'll actually be um, textured fully. But one thing I will say about this though is
Oh, here it is.
when cards release in Japan, how they release them could be different, and it could be that it's released in a like a rarity, a set pack, like a promo pack thing where the rarity levels are higher than the English ones. For example, start deck 100 cards and the ability to pick some of the secret cards out there. Yeah, I'm seeing it now. Yeah, so it's the slanted rainbow, which is the same as all of the cards that are full arts for this era. So I would imagine that Japan will follow suit. They'll have the same thing, or it's a slanted hollow pattern. But we don't know what the pull rates are going to be until we see those actually start to come out or start to be officially announced.
Yeah, those. I don't think texture would save it. I don't think texture would save
Yeah,
the.
I think it's a rarity aspect. Like, are they the secret rares of the 30th anniversary set?
Mm,
You
mm,
know, when you
yeah,
try to pull from that set, you have that flooded in with the 30 Pikachus, flooded in with the like all the other oil spill rare cards, and
yeah,
and you have a like a common card pool of 25, and then you have I'm just bullshitting right now, but like let's say you have a common card or a common pool card set of 50, and then your secret rare pool is like also 50 or 100 or something like that. That's where it can get kind of ridiculous because then you're seeing the same cards over and over again just to get that
mhm,
one secret hunt.
yeah.
That could really raise the prices in Japanese.
That's true. I didn't think about that. If they threw those puppies with the whole entire set, that might drive. But man, if that's the case, how much are those freaking Charmanders going to go for? They're
Yeah, it would
400 and
be
a
it'd be
10.
that's what you see with Start Deck 100, when you think about you have, what, like, it's a over 100 chance per box to pull one of those secret cards, like, that's just so high, it's gonna be expensive.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's disgusting. If those Taco Bell cards can get to those heights, but again, like
Yeah.
it's just rarity, right? There's,
Yeah.
I mean, you can make a play in English. grading those, flipping those, whatever, and you could do the same, even more money potentially in Japanese. So I highly recommend that you guys all keep your eyes on both languages. Here is a question from Fuzzy Squirrel. So are there 2 finalist cards? He was talking about the championship cards.
No, I think the top 3 are the finalists. There's three finalists in the World Championship Festival cards.
Okay.
Wait a sec. Hold up. I might be wrong about that, because I think there are labels for top 3, and then there's a label for 12 for top. It's like, so finalist is higher than, I think there's a top 32, there's a top 12, there's a top 3, and I think there's for finalists, it's a little bit more broad, but people like finalists because it sounds cool. So the price for the finalist card might actually be higher than a pool of 32, just to be honest with you guys. And the reason I know all this stuff is because if I research something, I research it hard.
Yeah.
I don't really play around. If I make a big purchase, I make a informed purchase.
I got a little winner, whatever the hell that means. Whatever this winner is.
Heck yeah.
I don't know what this is. I don't know. I don't know what it won, but it won something.
I don't know anything about that one.
Yeah,
that could be an actual like Game Boy. When they were swiping the e-readers, that could be an actual promo winning from a actual game competition, like from the game.
Nice.
But I'm not too smart on that one.
Yeah, I need to do my research. I grabbed it a long time ago for like $40. I thought it was super cool. I was like, winner? I don't know what this means. Sure. Okay. It's like, could it be a play? Some user asked, heard PSA Japan is stricter with their grading. Is that true?
I mean, before all this stuff that I'm talking about with the 8.5s and all of that, I would have said Japan is stricter. But also Japanese cards are easier to grade. So it's, you kind of have a complexity there where harder to grade for what? Like harder to grade for English? Hell yeah. If you bring an English card to get graded in Japan, you're going to get cooked.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to compare, I think just Japanese cards in Japan, English cards in like the, American grading system, it's going to come out pretty much the same or similar for results. I personally, from my facts, I'm not going to give an anecdote for this one, but factually, I've sent about 20 cards to PSA in the Japan system, and I had a 90% gem rate. But the reason I had a 90% gem rate is because I really look at my cards before I send them.
Yeah. When
I sent my cards to the English one, I have a 90% gem rate on the English side, and that's because I really look at my cards. Like, so if you look at your cards the way I do, you're going to be consistent. Yeah. If you don't look at your cards and you do what Earn Collects does, you're probably going to get cooked.
60%. Oh, you said 55%, 55%. Yeah. How is your gem rate that bad? You're just not looking.
Just send it, man. You just let it roll.
Just send
it. And then you press your little fingernail on the card while you're looking at it. You're like doing this, like whoa. Like you got your thumb on, while you're looking at it. That's an example where you can cook yourself.
Oh my gosh, dude! I wouldn't be able to do this, but for this video, but I think that would be such an interesting video. I sent 100 English cards to Japanese. Oh my gosh, PSA. That would be such a freaking good video. I would be hooked. So if anybody wants to make that video, I mean, that's probably be an expensive video, but I mean, maybe you send 25 cards, something like that. Here's a comment from Rish. Shout out to Rish. Just because you don't like a company doesn't mean you don't invest in them. Same with Pokemon to a degree. 100%. I agree.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I still send cards to PSA all the time. Yeah. With everything I said, I have about 200 cards in PSA right now. Waiting for them to come back. I still use PSA. At the end of the day, like I said, I'll just wipe my tears with the dollars.
Yeah. When I see those, I have friends that will send me those PSA freaking scandal shenanigans. They'll be like, "Are you still supporting this?" don't affect me, buddy.
Right.
I'm good. As long as, I mean, it could happen to me, but I mean, that's just I mean, I could send a package out and it can get ran over by a car tomorrow. You know, like there's this all bunch of factors. It's just life. Like shit happens. Like, every
Yeah.
company goes through their shit. I mean, dude, when the CGC of them grading fake cards, them grading those fake like stamp or the video game stamped card things that detected the moves. And do you remember they went through that big scandal?
CGC.
Yeah, was it
So
CGC?
play stamp.
Yeah,
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 play stamp or play cards.
yeah,
Play test.
like
Sorry, play test cards.
yeah, playtest cards. Yeah, I mean, it's like, dude, people make mistakes, bro. Like they're grading like millions of cards. Like,
Yeah.
who can, dude, if I think it just gets super magnified, of course, when it comes to social media. But Uncle Shrimp says, I'm taking the PSA offer 99% of the time because of how high the percentage. Yeah, Uncle Shrimp said in the Discord that he sent in 20 cards and they sent him offers for 12. I'm like, dude, like why I low-key spazzed out on my last video. You guys can go watch that. But I'm like, what? Like, why wouldn't you take full advantage of this system?
Yeah.
To
Why you
get
can.
why you can? The carousel has to stop. The Jack in a Box has to pop out of the box at some
Yeah.
at
Same
some
thing with
point.
the height of this market. You know, when you're talking about the height of this market and people are saying they want to hold, I'm like, why are you holding? You know,
Yes.
you're just freezing money at the best time. And then they're talking about, well, it could go up. Well, but actually, let me preface this, because maybe there's some people out there who really don't need the cash and they don't need to flow any money, and they really just want to stare at their tins all day long. So they might feel like there's like, it's okay if the market goes up and it goes over the hill and then it comes right back down. They're okay. They're happy.
Mhm.
But if you're buying cards for plays, play. Like, don't
Yeah.
sit up there and wait for the freaking seasons to change and
Yep,
then say, "Oh shit, it's all going downhill. Now I need to go sell real quick." Like that's too late.
bro.
And I mentioned,
Oh, sorry.
sorry,
No.
I was gonna say factually, I told you I sold my PSA 8 Shining Charizard at 3, right? I bought it around maybe $800. Do I care that now it's up what, 275? No, because how many plays have I made with that $3,000 and put into something else? Perhaps that card helped me finance the Mew card that I bought, the Chinese Mew card.
Mhm.
So you would argue I made up that money and then some just from the little change that I put to scrap together to buy better plays.
Yeah,
Like, I got to keep moving.
exactly. And like maybe this is me. I think correct me if I'm wrong. It could be my PTSD from the waifu boom, the PTSD from the vintage crash of last boom, right? I mean, people saw those. What was it? The Lugia, the what was it? The Neo Lugia that went down like 80%. There was a bunch of vintage cars that just got destroyed. The same
Yeah,
thing with
got wrecked.
yeah, right, right. And so in my mind, again, I always use the carousel analogy, the Jack in a Box analogy. Like the ride's gonna have to come to a stop. Like I've seen this before. Could that be preventing me from making more gains? Like possibly, but I'm done playing those games as I get older. Like I would much rather invest into the like safe, I'm in crypto, the safe crypto coins that I know like are going to be here for a very long time. Like I'm done like trying to swing for the fences, and I'm just
Mhm.
the safe plays. And then, the booster box, gets 3x. I'm cool. I'll cheer everybody on that holds on multiple cases. It's just silly to
Mhm.
not take profit right now, especially if you have multiple boxes or multiple cards or
Absolutely.
multiple slabs. It's
Yeah. And you're doing the thing I think is a fantastic idea, which is looking into the common cards. I remember back when, if you had a bulk card, like it was just getting thrown away immediately. You pull it, you're just like, up, bulk, throw it out. No one cared about bulk. Now people love bulk because bulk is
Mhm.
worth $14 a pop. Like it's worth $5. There's, oh my God, like this card has Shinji Kanda, or something's art, or there's a cameo of a Rayquaza in that EV card. People are really starting to look at these common cards in a way that this is gonna come and go fast. I
Yeah.
think people shouldn't get too comfortable with those bulk collections they have. They should run and move those as fast as they possibly can. Those should be priority as far as making sure they get off your hands as soon as possible. I mentioned this to you before. If I had to make a play on what I would do in this market where you can't access PSA right now with those common cards, I would go through in some sort of way. You got to find a buyer. I think find a buyer first, but I recommend sending those suckers to CGC. You need to get them graded somehow, but you get them graded, and if you can find a buyer, you can find a market for those common cards that are popular. Sell them as soon as you can, man. Because if you're waiting for PSA to open back up, I think you're missing out on the opportunity there.
Yeah. I'm open to do that play. I need to run the numbers. Like I'll be like frank with you. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know the numbers right now for those style of plays.
Right.
Like if it's even worth it. Have you done those numbers?
There's two things you have to worry or to consider.
Mm-hmm.
One is the numbers, the financial aspect of how much does it cost to send a PSA? How much does it cost to send a CGC? What are the turnaround times? But that goes into part two, which is the time aspect that we lose, the opportunity cost you lose from the time that is sitting in X, Y, and Z location. What are you losing from time aspect from the bulk cards? Is a very important question, regardless of the numbers. So let's just say across the board, let's just say CGC, you get let's just say 40% cut off of your card, right? But in the year that it took you to get your bulk card back from PSA, the market went down 60% on bulk cards.
That's true. That's true.
Does it really matter what you thought your initial value was going to be? Because you've already missed the train. It's already gone. Also, we don't know this, right? It could go potentially up, but I'm just saying that that time aspect should be weighted as well. Like if you can't get a quick turn, all of your confidence in those numbers it could be very fragile, very fragile.
Yeah. Chan says CGC is pristine or bust. What do you say to that?
That's okay. So what is the real, what are you really risking there? And this is where I think, Henry, you're on point with running the numbers. And what you run the numbers is, for one, do you have confidence in your ability to grade a card? If you have confidence in your ability to grade a card, CGC in general is easier than PSA in the first place. At least now it is. So that's the first thing, is not to be too worried about, I'm confident in you, Henry, as far as your skills. So that's something that, pristine or bust, that's okay. But let's just say 50% shot at getting a pristine with these bulk cards. Well, so you have a better chance of selling those particular bulk cards in the CGC pristine. But as far as the value goes, and you being able to move those cards to free up some cash, you're not sitting on those bulk cards anymore. You now have ability to take that money and you can go spend it elsewhere, or you can sell it to whatnot sellers who can use it to build their mystery bags and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you gotta move your money. And the question that people have to ask is okay, how much would you pay? How much would it be if it was raw? If it was raw, was it 10 cents? And then if you sell it in a CGC slab, is it $24 and maybe you spent $20 to buy it? Well, fuck it. That $4 is a X% gain. Run it. Get it out of your closet. Get it out. Don't waste time doing that type of stuff, because the back end, and I'll try to give you the golden nugget of how I've been able to amass the high-end cards that I have, is I took those low-end cards, graded them, sold them, took that money to buy higher end cards, graded those cards, then compiled that with the other cards, sold them, then bought a higher level card. And I just repeated that until I got higher end cards and multiples of those higher end cards. So my money's been just working off of itself, and also capitalizing on time. So working my way up to that higher end card, grading it, by the time it comes back, those cards go up in price.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm actually profiting just by having it in the grading system. That doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily work for those lower end cards all the time.
Yeah. No, that's I mean, Johnny says right here, time value of money is huge. It's I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to run the numbers with the CGC stuff. I mean, when I say bulk, I mean like $4 or $5 cards.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Would you say that's bulk? Yeah, right,
Yeah,
but
to me that's bulk.
okay,
In this
okay.
market, that's freaking bulk.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. But you
Um,
see, I send you bulk plays too.
yeah. Uncle Shrimp says, I agree with the CGC common plan. It's cheaper, get it back faster. There's a real market for these bulk cards for now. And the downside is your grading price. End of the day, they can go to repackers. Yeah, that's what Johnny. I mean, shout out to Johnny. He's here. He had a question. We'll tackle that right now. But I know he's been making money with CGC. He's been grading with CGC. So I'm open to all of the plays when it comes to the cards. I just, I have the PSA membership and I spend a lot of money with PSA. I'm just like, gosh damn it. Why the hell did you guys have to?
But to qualify also, like don't be foolish with what you're sending to these companies. I mean, it needs to be a popular Pokemon.
Yep.
It needs to be like the art has to be halfway decent. It has to be like Yukamori, Shinji Kana. There has to be something about those cards that people actually will look at. Like don't be going and grading a freaking Caterpie,
Rowlet.
Rowlet, yeah.
Rowlet, freaking
Garbodor.
Hey, Garbodor, I agree, but Trubbish. Here's a question for you from Brandon, the other Brandon. Thoughts on Storm Esmeralda print run in comparison to English based on time of release before 30th versus Delta Rain in November after 30th. Blue Sky Stream 2.0. Actually, Brandon, I have a video coming out. That will be Thursday's video. So, but I want to hear your thoughts.
Fantastic question. And I mean, this is something that we're getting back to what is the natural style of print release timeframes and like what happens when does one market affect the other. So let's just be real, except for maybe the Magikarp from Triplet Beat, that usually Japan market is not affected by the rest of the world. The English market is affected by the rest of the world. I will say that. So it's going to give people a cue into what are those secret rares. It's going to give it a cue into the size of the set. But one thing people need to be fair warned about is there will be a bunch of trash promo boxes in English that the hit might be the promo in your box. So you can't even, about 3 of those top cards are going to be in some box at some point. A UPC, a special collection set, a poster collection. So be fair warned that just because it's in a Japanese set does not mean it's going to be actually out in the English set as a pullable item, which means even if someone thinks a card will go up high, it may become a promo where it's 5 cents or $5 or something like that because it's everywhere. So fair warning on that type of thing. But from a time frame, what it can do is it can kind of spark interest, and it can give you time advantage. If you buy it in Japanese and sell it before the release of an English set, then you're controlled. You're in control of what happens with that market. You could also wait for the English set to release, but now you're running a risk because those cards in the in the Japanese market, those could have been purged by people who want to have first to the market advantage. And there's a lot of people like that right now. Vendors want to be first to the market. They want to have the first ray on their tables before everybody else. So that it's not just the Japanese that are buying those cards. So the local prices of these cards will probably be higher than the Japanese prices on site. So I would just be cautious about that.
Yeah, I think
did I answer the question right?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Okay. I want to touch up on the you said that whatever card may be pulled might be a promo or ETB promo, stuff like that. That's the same thing what's happening. There's a freaking gnat freaking flying around. Same thing that's happening right now with the Eevee, where it's like he looks like he's a little chihuahua. He's like on his back. He's like playing with the little Eevee toy. That card is, what is that? The Prismatic Evolutions ETB promo?
Yes, ETB promo.
Yeah, so that's an interesting one because that card is very expensive in Japanese, but it's like
Yep.
dirt cheap in English. I think people thought that it was that Japanese copy was going to be cheap, so people waited.
Hmm.
And it ain't coming down. That it's
Right.
I watched a Pokey Nick in Japan's video, and he's like, it's stable. It's stable at where it is right now. So um, but as a foreigner or someone like myself and Brandon that's like interested in the Japanese market, there's so many ways that we can eat off of this Rayquaza set because of the timing.
Hmm.
So I'm sure we're gonna talk about it in the calls, but I'm trying to once soon as that set comes out, dude, I'm trying to piece it all out to see what I think will not be a promo, of course, in English. We can try to make our predictions. We have a lot of smart people in that look at the product and stuff. But yeah, there's so many ways that we can eat before it hits the English market. I think so many people are going to be tied up when it comes to the 30th and their wallet. I got it. My friend Stan, the one in the Discord, he was like, I'm not going to be able to afford Delta because I'm going to go all in on the 30th. I was like, you're not going to go after Rayquaza? He's like,
Seriously,
yeah, he
going
wants
all in on the 30th.
he wants to open and have fun for the 30th. And but I told him, I was like,
Okay.
it's your money, you know. So he's
So,
not a Rayquaza guy, and that's the thing. Like he's in it, like
that's fair.
yeah. So it's just fair. And I know a lot of people are also Rayquaza just isn't. A, I Rayquaza's S tier Pokemon,
Could
maybe top 10, right? But
could I just throw out a quick
yeah, of course,
investment plug for this one here? So
of
what you
course.
guys want to look at if you're into Mega Ray, all the cards people are buying right now, those are the wrong cards. From a Japanese market wise stance, you should be looking at the Hoopa promo. I want to say it's a DP promo or something, but it's got like a star hollow sparkle pattern.
I got you.
That card, I mean, it's probably too late in Japan. In Japan, I bet you it's higher than it is in English. But there's a Hoopa promo you should definitely look up. Has a Mega Rayquaza in the background of it, but most people don't know it. So because if you look up Ray, you're not gonna see it.
It's
So
got
just
Lugia.
throwing it out there for you guys.
It's got a Lugia as well. Let me show it.
Yep, yep. Got the Lugia as well in the back.
Yep.
I see now it's gone way up as far as the problem I also see with this card is, and I mean, I think this is still a recent or a reasonable buy. And it goes back to my point about like how I value cards with multiple Pokemon on them. This is one of those ones where like if you value, you got a Pikachu, you got a Ray, you got a Lugia, you've got some top tier Pokemon in there. This is something leading into the sets that I would pick. Japan exclusive, was not printed in English. It's got everything you would want from a special card in your collection or as an investment play. You just
So
got to make
people.
sure they're in good condition. Fair
Yep.
warning: be careful of these near mint cards with Hoopa on them. Like this particular card has ass condition, like quality control. I have seen so many terrible cards of this one. I've never seen a clean copy of this card in the wild in Japan for years. So just fair warning when you're looking up a good copy of it, try to see if you can find a video. If they can if they can show you a video of it.
Oh God, do you know what this is going for in a 10? Oh my
I
God.
bet it's high because I've never seen one in high
Fuck.
quality. Yeah,
Dude.
that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say that. The deal. It's a great card. I mean, no one looked at it because it's freaking Hoopa. I never even watched a movie because of Hoopa. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
good. But
actually, yeah, I did see it. I saw it.
look at this cute little bastard right
Cool.
here, though. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this card's great. It's probably gonna be a $10,000 card in like 2 to 3 years. To
It'll be
be
heavy.
it'll be heavy, and we're gonna be
Yeah, I
you're
got to
looking at.
caution, not financial advice. Everything I say as far as plays goes probably is because I picked it up, and anything I'm, projecting is because I'm doing it. So I'm just telling you guys what I'm doing.
Yep. Johnny has a question. Question: do you think Japanese 151 booster boxes are a sell or hold if you pick them up at MSRP?
Do you like? So
Do you like money?
it is. To me, it is what opportunity are you missing by holding that box? And frankly, like there's going to be a value. Like if I was going to roll into something, I roll it into 30th sealed boxes or 30th sealed promos. I bet you in Japan, they're going to have promo packs on top of the promo box, just like they did for the 20th anniversary. You want to get a hold of the promo packs. So I would take the cash that you would get from the 151 booster boxes, and I would roll those into the promo packs, specifically the promo packs, guys. But the caution that I would make is I would walk or be wary of if those promo packs are freaking white, because if they are white, then the same problem will happen that happened in 25th anniversary, where you can shine a light, and you got to turn the lights off. You can shine a light to the back of the promo pack, and you can see exactly what card is in the promo pack. So I don't know if they're going to do it again like that. Hopefully they don't. If they don't, then the promo pack is actually probably going to be more valuable than the box itself.
Yep, exactly. What are they at? Like 230 right now? 250?
I'm not sure, because I wouldn't touch any 25th anniversary promo pack with a 10-foot pole. It is probably the worst.
No, the 151 box.
Oh, 151 boxes?
Yeah.
If I had to guess, it'd be 3. If I guess, they're 3.
Japanese 151. It is booster box. They are going for 350. 250 to, let me go last sold really quick. 300, 311, 350. Yeah. Yep.
It should be that. Honestly, that set was hella overprinted. I picked up like 20 boxes straight off the counter, no questions asked, from a reprint from 151. That set is I mean, obviously, as I mentioned, heavily reprinted, but also, to me, the Pokeball Hollows have lost their flair. Those Pokeball Hollows that come out of 151 set, yes, exclusive to Japan, but they're flat, and then no one really cares about those Master Ball Hollows anymore, because Terrasso Festival released even better Master Ball Hollows. China released better hot Master Ball Hollows. So to me, there's nothing unique about that set anymore than what, to me. That's my personal opinion. So I would take that capital, and I would definitely run it into something else.
We have Riz's question, but I want to ask you this is actually one of the questions I had for you tonight, since we're right at 2 hours. But so we're seeing these prices of these Japanese booster boxes kind of skyrocket, like right off the gate. It's kind of in a similar fashion that English does, except we do not get the extra leg that English does. So I'm looking at a box that I'm bringing up right here is, of course, Glory of Team Rocket, correct? It's being sold for about $116. We all know that's what, almost 3 times MSRP. But then they reach this price, Brandon, and then they start to slow down. If not, just they move like molasses, right?
Yep.
Like we've never seen this before in the Japanese market, correct? Like them just kind of reaching this point. But when is the next leg up? Like where are we going to see that? Or is that even coming, do you think?
Can you look up Lost Abyss sealed and show me what that looks like right now?
Yep.
Because that's going to tell me what this set is going to look like in 2 years.
Yep, I got you. Abyss box. Yeah, just a question I had. I mean, I wanted to make a video about this, but I needed more information from. Yeah, it's a 305 right now.
Okay, so it'll be 305 maybe next year for the Destined Rival set.
Yeah.
The reason why I say that with such confidence is what really happens in Japan is that prices tend to freeze because everything that is popular is susceptible to a huge reprint in Japan. Japan doesn't do it like the United States, where it's like, we're just going to reprint a couple boxes here and there, and then it gets sucked up by some robots or whatever. When Japan reprints, it is flooded. It is absolutely flooding onto the market. There's so many of them. Lost Abyss is an example. This is the Lost Origin equivalent. This set was reprinted so heavy. It was reprinted along with Paradigm Trigger, or the equivalent of the Lugia set, Silver Tempest. that those boxes were released simultaneously in a huge flood about a year after they were sent out. So that is why the price, that's why that number froze for a while after the reprint was done and it was all consumed. That this is the cool down. This is the, hey, they're not going to reprint those suckers again. We are okay. Let's relax. This is when you see the prices start to get back on track. But the reason why you see a big difference between the way English goes up and Japanese is because Japanese, if something's popular, it's going to be reprinted. And you best believe they're going to be looking at distant rivals. Also, they can bypass this whole a robot situation by doing lotteries. So they'll do a lottery and you get like one per household and those types of things, and they'll make sure to get in the hands of people that actually are collecting these.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. Thank you for the insight. I was just curious. I'm like, but yeah, I mean, yeah, Lost Abyss had a giant reprint, kind of out of nowhere, right? It got reprinted with 151. It was 151, Lost Abyss, and Paradigm Trigger, like you said, bro.
Yeah.
I bought those boxes I bought Paradigm Trigger. I bought 2 Lost Abyss and 2 or 3 151 for $50 each on TikTok Shop.
Exactly.
Opened every single one of them and didn't pull a goddamn thing.
As you should, man. Hey, if you want to talk box plays, Heat Wind Arena is a better play in Japanese, I think, than the Rocket one, the Glory of Team Rocket. I think it's a better overall play. Reason why, of course, is because once there's a return of the and then also the Battle Partners equivalent to because once the waifu craze returns, which it will, these are better plays. Cynthia and Garchomp together, and then as well as Ethan's Ho-Oh, that's a much stronger box from a Japan perspective. And then also, and I mean, I'm sorry if I'm speaking on behalf of all the Japanese, but because I've been staring at these freaking walls with all the price tags of all these cards, and me being a Mewtwo collector, that is the background of why I'm saying what I'm saying. Yeah, like that's ridiculous. $80 for this one here.
Disgusting.
Once the craze returns, Lily is the most popular Japan character. Period. Trainer.
Yeah.
Most popular, most expensive cards are Lily cards.
If again, let's talk about it really quick. The narrative of investing in Japanese sealed product is kind of gone. I don't hear anybody talking about it. But just like you said, I also believe that there will be a female full art trainer boom once again. And when they do, these boxes are going to get dummy expensive real fast, freaking fast. And for me, I said the same thing when Battle Partners first got released. I'm like, how is this not Gym Challenge, reprint all over again? And yet people still miss the mark. I wish that they kind of just did it for this set and just left it alone with the little, the trainers and all that stuff in the corners. But they gave that little gimmick to future sets, which it kind of, I believe, wasn't the right move, but whatever. But this box is incredible. This box, just the way it looks like it belongs in the Sun and Moon era. This is one of my favorite boxes, if not my favorite box in the SV era. It's gorgeous, freaking gorgeous.
Speaking of boxes, if you're new out there and you haven't collected any Japanese boxes, I recommend focusing on specialty sets. Those usually are the boxes that have like they're half about the size of, they have 10 packs inside of them. They're half of these other sizes. And that's because those are probably the most comprehensive and the most safe sets to pick up.
Yep.
So that includes the Mega Dream EX, that includes V-Star Universe, that includes VMAX Climax, those types of sets. Best of XY if you're a whale. But like those are the sets I would, if you want to turn your brain off and just pick up a Japanese set that's probably going to perform extremely well. The first one I would probably stare at right now is VMAX Climax.
Yeah.
Because VMAX Climax has all of the lower tier and upper tier trainer gallery cards that are the top trainer cards that people, exactly.
Yep.
This has all of the Pikachu different variants. It has the Rayquaza. It has like all the top particular hits in one box. And it does not follow the English set pattern.
Yeah,
So
VMAX Climax is.
beware of that.
What is that box going for right now?
I would imagine it's going for $200. I imagine it's still extremely undervalued. Even if you don't like that word, I'm going to say it anyways. You know me, man. If I say something like that,
VMAX Climax is going for wow. Oh no, that's Shiny Star V. That's Shiny Star V. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no, not Shiny Star V.
Shiny Star V. There is none listed on
that
eBay.
scares me.
VMAX Climax booster
VMAX
box
is together in text, and then
Oh,
Climax
okay.
is.
No, here it is. So your guess was 200. It is 306 last sold.
Wonderful.
Yesterday.
Glad it's doing well.
Undervalued.
I still say it's undervalued.
It is undervalued. I right there with you. I have my copy in Chinese, but yeah, dude, it's just these are the questions that I ask myself, like because the reprints don't really affect us Americans. Like we just see, we're like, but then one day it just like spikes back up, and it's just like, I don't know. It's so much work to keep your eye on the Japanese market, and I'm probably so annoying to Shug and Ibex, constantly asking them like, oh, how's the reprints? They're like, Henry, it's fine. We just got reprints, Henry, you know. But it's just I want to know, how is that going to eventually trickle down to the United States, and like when am I going to see a boom on some of this product? I mean, I'm looking at Super Electric Breaker right now. That box was very cheap. It shot up to like 170. Now it's back down to like $100. Like, what the hell happened?
There was a large reprint on that one.
It's insane. Okay, let's take these last two questions before we get out of here. We got Rish. Any slabs you guys are bullish on long term, or to stick safe to a booster box investments in a $300 to $800 range? Brandon.
So I'm going to give you a general formula, and no, I don't mess with boxes. Like if I'm going to put my cash in this particular market, like in a down market, boxes seal product is your better bet. And also buying slabs, you're also cutting yourself out of the value proposition to grade your own stuff. So there's a couple layers to this that it's rough, because what I want to say is you want to get a very minty copy, and are we? I gotta assess it. I'm thinking that they mean Japanese, a Japanese card. But if you could spend, like, if you want to keep it easy, get this sucker raw. Like, get it raw. Pause. But these have a pretty much a 85%, 70% gem rate. That's okay. But this card, while it's sitting in PSA, I would think, I strongly think, I'm trying not to use the G word, but you're going to probably multiply your return by something you would never see in a sealed box, or by buying a slab by itself. This is going to probably climb up a mountain immediately. This is what I would be picking up, and I would just pick up multiples of it and grade every single one of them.
So thank you, Rish, for giving me a price range, because this is what I'll do. You guys will probably see this one coming, but here we go. Let's share the screen right here. This is what I would be buying. I'd be buying these Gengars for around $175 to $200, and I'd be grading them. And I'd be grading them, and I would be grading them, and I would be, whoever bought this 9 for $205, you just rinse.
Dude, I'll buy it off them.
Same. 155, and then
jeez,
rinsed. These are all people getting rinsed. 580. This is exactly where CCIC for 210.
Right.
Yeah. Rinsed.
Yep.
Like, go buy 4 of these, and And I will be expecting a thank you super chat from you, Rish, in like a few months.
That's right. Hey,
Yeah,
and Henry, I would have went that direction. I was thinking because we're in a Japanese market
true,
watch, I
true,
handcuffed myself.
true.
This you're right, man. You're right.
Yeah,
Gengar Gengar is the number one as far as like your on your return. The common cards are going for like $100. It only makes sense that when you're looking at these things, why in the world is a full art card that is an exclusive card going for $100? Makes no sense.
brother, this card is. I paid $46 for this card.
And honestly, it's
This-
still cheaper than some of them dang Halloween cards,
yeah,
you
bro.
know?
Oh my gosh, I sent Hector so many of those. I hope he just prints.
Yeah.
It's insane, dude. Get the Gengar tax is disgusting, but I love the shout out to my boy.
Yeah.
We got a question from Sailing. What do you guys think about grading common cards with Rudy's company for 10 apiece? Can't do it. Yeah, I can't do it. Shout out to Rudy
No.
though, but I can't do it.
No.
I can't do
I
it.
mean, if you're gonna do that, like you might as well just put them in a like a little
Top
what's it
loader.
called? The little sealed cases or whatever, little
One touch.
mag
One
cases.
touch.
Yeah, one touch cases.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, dude. That's not the way to go. Go CGC if you really just want someone has to be able to just look at it and be able to flip it. You know, you got to keep the sellers, the resellers, they need to be able to flip through those suckers in a reasonable way.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't do it.
You just wait till everyone sees my Japan vlog tomorrow for tomorrow's video. There's a whole store that had one whole side of the damn store was Premier card grading. The whole freaking store. I thought that was ARS at first. I didn't know. Remember, before I even knew what an ARS slab was, or not. No, maybe I thought it was Gemix. Oh, I forget what company I thought it was. But yeah, I saw that.
Don't attach gimmicks to that.
Yeah, no, because I remember this is early into the grading stuff where everyone was. I remember we were chatting a lot about grading companies, and everyone was kind of throwing in there. So I was just absorbing all of it without seeing the slabs or feeling the slabs. But it's funny when I was editing that video today, I was like, what the hell? PCG is the entire store. So someone believed in it in Japan. So it is what it is. One last question from Uncle Shrimp. Question: what do you guys think about buying Japanese EV Heroes boxes or even a Pokeyun box? Pokeyun box. I constantly convince myself it's a lost cause, but I keep revisiting it over and over again. Ooh, I got a good answer for this, but I'll let you go.
So it depends on like what are you buying that box for? I guess you're talking about financial plays. Pokeyun is a better play, but I don't know the base price. And if you have enough money to do it, I do think is a great play. We are seeing a lot more diversity in the hobby. There are a lot more people curious about it. The value of each of those cards, just regular holo cards, are ridiculous. To me, it's like the legendary collection of our generation or of this particular era. So, okay. Unk Shrimp responded, not a financial play unless it became one. So I do think that both of these are excellent pickups. When you talk about the art, comparing now, no offense to Kiragawa for her art, doing the Evolving Skies booster box artwork, but the EV Heroes artwork, absolutely beautiful. And the Pokeyun collection is one of a kind. There is no other set that has that type of artwork in all in one. I think those are great collection pickups.
I've never even seen the Pokeyun box. It's the one that's like that. I think Ibex sold a pack to a store. Yeah, these are sick. These are crazy. If we're looking at, let me see. Am I looking at?
Yeah, it's got the like the Pikachu and the Eevee and
this
like
one,
all
right?
these other crazy things. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's super sick. I love this box, or I love this pack. I don't even know
Yeah.
there's a box.
The box looks like Sailor Moon.
Yeah, the
It
box
looks
is
like
like
a
Sailor
Sailor
Moon,
Moon
correct?
box.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. No, I love the box. I I love the pack. I've seen the box. Now it's coming back to me.
Mhm.
I was joking with I see T Market Joey in the chat, but me and Joey we did that vlog, and we had a friend. I had a friend that his dog was a dude. His dog is way too old. He should have just. Anyways, his dog, he needed another surgery, and he offered me an EV Heroes box. Right, offered him 60%. And he didn't want to take it for the box, right? He said he needed money. Shout out to he's a friend of a friend, and he
Mhm.
didn't want to take the 60% of the box. And I was like, bro,
I'll take it.
I thought you needed to save the dog's life.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll take it for 60. I'm not giving you for full price.
Right.
I think the EV Heroes box is actually pretty overrated. Obviously because of I think it's due to Americans not knowing what's in there. They think that
Mhm.
everything is in there. They think that the
Yeah.
Dragonite's in there and the Rayquaza, and I think that's a
Right.
lot of the bulk that a lot of the value is actually in Blue Sky Stream. But
Mhm.
he offered him that box, and he's like, "Hey, dude, there's no way. Are you serious with that offer?" I'm like, "If you need that, I think it's just over. I think it's overrated." But I would go with the Pokecune box. How much is a Pokecune box? I can't even find one on eBay.
If I had to guess, I would probably say 4K. If I had to guess. I think you should do a Price is Right with guessing the prices of
That
boxes and stuff. That'd be fun.
that would be fun. Let's see. Let's
It might
see.
even be
Oh,
5 because thinking
uh,
about all the sets and how they've gone up in price, I would probably I'd probably put it closer to 5.
hold on. I'm gonna show you what I'm seeing. You can correct me if this is wrong. Is this
Oh my
68K
gosh, what's going on over there?
Australia? 17K for this box.
You gotta sort that sucker, man. I don't know if that's
Oh my
lowest
god.
price.
Someone could let me go to sold. Let me go last sold. Okay. Let's
Those
see
packs.
booster packs, bro. Packs
Yeah,
for
I don't
one.
think I've seen it. Like it's so hard to find.
Damn,
If you do, and then if you
whoever,
buy it in Japan, it's got to be more expensive. It has to be more expensive if you were trying to buy it off the Japan market.
Evolving
Ooh,
Skies crashing?
that Evolving Skies box at 2 is a play. That's a win.
Is it crashing? Evolving Skies crashing? Next
That's
video?
awkward to me.
That's that is really awkward.
Shout out to Pokegator. Congrats on your collection getting the 6 DR boxes and stuff and your Evolving
Uh,
Skies.
that's tough. That's tough. Yeah, there's none.
And
There's none out there. Holy
yeah,
shit.
I would doubt it, but you'd probably either way. Okay, somebody says Sneaker Dunk has them for 5.3. Okay, there's a 5,500. So yeah, we're gonna say it's like roughly 5 or
5.
6K.
I would
Makes
get a
sense.
night. I would a 5K. That's the thing with the Japanese like vintage boxes, like the or whatever the hell you want to call it, like mid era, whatever.
Yep.
It's getting to vintage. It will be vintage one day. But we are like 5K. Is that really out of the reach for a lot of people? You could literally sell like 5% of your collection. You can go grab one of those boxes. Is it really? Is it really that out of the question? I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah. I just picked up a Dream League box for 800. I picked up a well, of course, I picked this one up from Tyler. He had the what was it? The Versus, not Versus Tag Team GX All Stars.
Mm,
Uh, I think whatever it was, I think I picked it up at like 600 under, whatever it was.
yeah.
The Tag Team GX All Stars, whatever the price was at the time, I think I picked it up, or maybe it was 2,500 and I picked it up at 2 or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the Japanese market never truly gets too far away from you unless it's like, at there's a weird time where things get just stupid expensive. I mean, you're talking like 40,
Yep.
50 grand. You're like, "Oh god." But then it like kind of buffers out, but it's
Yep.
yeah. All right, guys, we're 2 hours and 18 minutes. We're gonna end here. I don't see any more questions. Unless you want to end it with one last question, Brandon. You got anything left to I know Johnny was.
I don't have any any questions additionally, man. I just I would take another question if someone had it. I'm good on time, but it just depends on you.
I'm good. If anyone has one last question, I know Johnny asked, would you send those to PSA at higher tiers? I'm guessing he was talking about those bulk plays that we were talking about. I wouldn't. I currently wouldn't.
Not at all.
Nah, 80 bucks.
Heck no. Yeah, no.
Can't do it.
You're losing. You're just losing money. That's just not even. That's not even worth it.
No, no. Unless the car, like I'm right now, I'm thinking about like if I mean, cracking my CCIC Gengar because I'm like, why the hell do I still have it in freaking the CCIC slap? I know I need to do it. And then I was thinking about sending that Greninja I pulled, bro. Oh my gosh, the thing is cooked. I was like, oh, it's clean. Put it under 3 lights, and I took my time with it, and I was like, dude, I would be lucky if it got an 8. Lucky.
Yeah, man.
That good old English print quality. And I have a video. I'm gonna be opening up like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 collection boxes in English to get these promos out to grade. I'm going all in on the promos so I can get my Shining Tyranitar. And I have other plans, of course. I have two plans for the.
I can attest, man. I used to have the Shining Tyranitar. It is an absolutely beautiful card. I regret selling it.
Yeah,
I regret selling it. It would be something that when I go to Japan, I would be looking forward to if I see it, picking it up.
Grab one. Can you share? I don't know if you want to share the Gold Star that you picked up.
The Gold Star Rayquaza?
Yeah. Do you want to share that? Can you?
I don't have it physically on me right now. It's in Japan. It's being held by my in-laws. So I would have to. Yeah, I would have to go out. Well, I go out there next month, and then I'll pick them up physically.
Nice,
but the whole point was that I want to make sure it's safe. I want to hand carry it. I don't want to have them ship it back.
For sure. Johnny says the Gengar cards he meant the Morty's Conviction. Would you send that at a higher tier? I mean, it's like right there, $80. It's what's $80 card. I wouldn't.
It's iffy.
It's right on the border though.
The thing is, if I'm looking at it for a flip, no. If I'm looking at it for a long-term hold, yes. Long-term hold minimum, I would say this is going to be a 350, right? So it's not that tough to see it. Oh, I'm sorry, 350 raw price. So it's not tough for me to think that it would be a great play to do something like that. I think it'd be reasonable, but I wouldn't do it for a quick flip because you're talking about it just going up $100 or 150, which 80 out of 150, I'm going to use that $80 to go buy a different card or to buy 2 more of the same dang card. So not worth it.
Exactly. All right. Last question from Nova. WWW's Hello Fire Live question. And it might be a troll, but thoughts on the Terra Full Art being a form of Delta species in modern, i.e. Tyranitar electric type from Ruler of the Black Flame. Might be a troll. Thoughts on the Terra?
No, I don't think it's going to be even close. There's a difference between Delta species. I mean, even if you were to take time into it, the problem with the Terrestrial Festivals is like, if you love Tyranitar, you love Tyranitar. And that card does not look like Tyranitar at all. Like it looks like a bunch of shiny little stuff and then a crown and then there's like stuff everywhere. And you can kind of see if you look hard enough that it's a Tyranitar. So if someone is like years down the road when they don't know what a terrestrial form is, they're not going to be looking at that card like that. Like, the good thing about the Delta species is they still look like, except for you got little features like the Mew card has a little fire and stuff on them. But I mean, the Terra cards just they just don't do it, man. They just don't do it. I do think that the Pikachu card over time, I do think that, and you see it already, but as much shit as we give that Pikachu card, I think that the Electric Breaker card, I think the Electric Breaker Pikachu, over time, they're going to look back at that card and say, that's the best we had for that era. So we're going to, I'm not right now. We're going to give it shit the whole time right now. But that would be an example of where someone might look back and say, I can't see that crown anyways. So yeah, it's a Pikachu card. I love Pikachu. I'm gonna pick it up, and then the price goes up because of that.
I think that the most memorable Terra Crown card won't even be in English or Japanese. I think it will be that Sylveon because
Ooh,
it's exclusive.
I will see your Sylveon and raise you Arcanine. I think the Arcanine is the only cool badass Terra card I've
No,
seen.
look,
In my opinion.
what I think will okay, if I could own one of the two cards, I'm owning the Arcanine. I'm right there with you. But for an investment, that Sylveon is gonna go absolutely bananas. I love the Arcanine, and nobody talks about that Arcanine.
Yep.
Nobody talks about. I mean, you want to talk about another expensive simplified Chinese card no one talks about? The mouse hold is
Yeah.
stupid expensive. For what
Mhm.
reason? Yeah, just something to look. I know it's not a full Asian market watch, but I would do. Maybe we should do a live. We just talk about Chinese cards because
I'm
both of
ready,
us can
man.
do it. We
You
can
know
do
I'm
it.
ready.
Yeah, we can do it.
Look,
Ah,
I got another one coming through the pipeline, dude.
Jesus. All right, let's. We got to show. We got to show until Shug buys one. He's got
Yeah.
to Shug.
Yeah. And then here's a little birthday present for you. A little early birthday present. Get a little close up
Let's
of this.
go. Thanks, G.
You know,
Oh,
just gotta
dude.
show off
That
your tattoo real quick
looks. Yeah,
before we get off.
I got the hair. I need a haircut.
Yeah, man. This is a beautiful card, by the way, and I got this at a huge discount. You can do a little visible grade on this one. The front is clean. The front
Let's
is clean.
go.
I picked it up at 120, dude.
Crazy.
The back though, the back has the whitening on the edges.
Hey, good thing we look at the card from the front, right?
Yeah, yeah, but you know, but
Yeah.
price wise, like I think this was a great pickup.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Appreciate you doing that for me.
Mhm. And it got
Yeah.
a little bit of a lip right there, but
Don't bother me whatsoever. The English one is gonna say thank you for your services, and it's gonna go towards the place, the more place. But yeah, bro, like I'm excited about the Japanese market. I know I made that video yesterday, kind of being like it was it's rage bait. It's how YouTube works. I hope no one took. Sorry, Dark Ibex, if you're disappointed in me for the rage bait. I let you down. It's like the Dexter meme where he's like looking at future. Except it's me with Ibex. Yeah, it's just funny. But I believe in the Japanese market. It's very strong. From the people in the States, it just looks like it's not doing well. And I only say that because it's just my friends just saying like, what's up with your Japanese? What's up with your like? It's like, dude, it's fine. It's fine.
yeah.
Everything's fine. What are you
But
talking about?
one thing people are forgetting though is that when there is a crash in Japan, typically it'll just go down a sip. It'll just go down a sip, if a little bit, and then it'll be right back where it was. Like you're gonna get a lot more consistency out of Japanese than you will in English. You get a lot less stress.
Yep.
About or pressure, like all the stuff we're talking about hurry up and send, hurry up and grade. You know, there's not really that in Japan. You have a little bit of time
Mhm.
to pick it up, but obviously if you don't grab it, then you just end up with some cards that just blow up and you're just out of control. You missed a train on. But that's more if
That
you're just
happens.
not looking.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave them with one play. And I think it's a play that both of us agree on. We go back and forth, and we've talked about this for literally months. But the female full art trainer boom, waifu boom, whatever you want to call it, like I also believe, and that's the only thing I'm buying if I'm buying silk product. It's with cards that have either a popular female trainer, Cynthia, Lily, whatever, and just buying those cards and holding those cards because I know that the carousel is going to come right back around. It just happens. Like any single narrative that we've seen in the past, it's going to come back around and do the same thing again.
Mhm.
Do you want to give one before we leave?
I'll give this one.
Damn, love that card.
Yeah. So Blues Tactics, I think.
Yep.
Or Blues, either tactics or strategy, depending on how you translate the Japanese on here. And then also the character's name is Green in Japanese. He's not blue in he's blue in English. He's green in Japanese. Just so you're aware. For like a little bit of a fun fact for you guys. But there's a set of 3 of these. They're done by Tokia, as far as the artist goes. these are not released in English. They are released in Chinese. So if you feel like you're priced out of this card in Japanese, I recommend picking up the Chinese version. Though the texture is the same in English and in Chinese, there is the Chinese version, even the legit version, has more of a rainbow sheen on it than this one. It's a slight difference, dude, but it is there. But this would be my recommendation for a pickup. I'll show this bottom side here.
And
But yeah,
the Chinese version of that card is way rare because they're play pack, or they were like in-house tournament price packs is what Jordan told me.
hey, totally
So
good.
so they're, but no one, again, hey, if you guys don't know what I'm buying Chinese.
I have a set in Chinese as well.
Yeah, so we're doing chilling. So guys, I want to say thank you so much for being here. There's about 30-ish plus of you guys. Make sure to hit the like, comment, subscribe. Go follow Brandon as well. He started a YouTube channel, so go show him some love. Of course, he's in the Discord calls. He's in all that stuff. So you want full access to Brandon, he's also in there as well. And I want to say thank you to the Discord guys that were in here supporting us the entire way through. But Brandon, thank you so much for popping on. I really appreciate your time. That was hella fun, bro. Always.
Anytime, dude. I'll see you in a couple days.
Yep. Yes. See you tomorrow. All right, guys. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
All right.